Mhm. Yo, what is good, people? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona and the Council on whatsupplayStation.com. And first and foremost, if you are a newcomer, welcome. And if you're a regular, appreciate you for coming back. And like I always say, I'm just a gamer trying to share my experiences with the world. So it's another Saturday morning, and you got to start your mornings off right with the Mind of a Gamer podcast with myself and my co-host, Mr. Official VG.
Choo
It
choo choo
is
choo choo.
it is a chilled and late. We are a chilled and laid back podcast. We're not really too amped up with the right. We say that for the council podcast, especially yesterday's episode. So, me and Kev, we are more of a chill atmosphere, and we talk all things gaming, not just PlayStation. We do Xbox, Nintendo, PC, all things gaming, and we do approach everything that we do talk about with a fair and open mind, and try to give our most unbiased opinion. So we hope you guys do enjoy the show. And on this episode, we have a very, very special guest, like a very, very special guest, because he is a huge supporter of the council. And he is a very, very, very outspoken and knowledgeable gamer that I just was like, yo, I got to get this guy on the show because he knows what he's talking about, man. We was on the Gamers That Play Games podcast on Jay Barry's channel. And yo, my man's was first off, he from New York, so I should have known this. I take the L for that because he from New York. And he's just a real cool dude. Joey, go ahead and introduce yourself, man, and let us know the games you've been playing throughout the week.
First of all, low key, I was like, yo, this dude cannot be speaking about me. You got to be describing somebody else. But you two was good, fam. Joey Luciano, and I'd like to thank you, Persona, and Mr. Official, and everybody here for extending me the invite. I look forward to chopping it up with y'all. If I could, real quick, I'd just like to shout out my squad. Some of y'all are very familiar with them. I think we scraped y'all before. Glitch, Silver Sky 545, Dooley, Baltimore, Tony. What up, yo? Let's get it in, man.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't there for the scraping, so I'm excluded from this. You talking about Kevin and Bari.
I wasn't there either. It was Bari and Michi. You talking about when y'all was going to get some in Uncharted, right?
Yeah.
I heard y'all was on some Matrix Go 13. She already knows Silver. This motherfucker sniping across the globe ass.
That dude is crazy with a sniper, yo. He'll make you pray to God. You don't even know.
Yo, I don't even know why he forced himself to be. He's like, I'm bored. I just want to play sniper. Yeah.
That's why he did. That's exactly how he picked it up. Like he was just like, yo, he was not a sniper never. And then in The Last of Us, he decided that he wanted to learn how to snipe. He became a savage in that, and now you see what he's doing Uncharted.
Yeah, I call him that Go 13 because he fucking snipe and he be saving lives. No lie, when we running games, I be about to damn near be getting scraped up, and I just see a bullet come out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's turning back. Yeah, but we get it in. The squad gets it in as a whole. Like, I'm definitely the light man on this totem pole, and I get it in too. So. But anyway, like I said, thank y'all very much, man. Let me not hold y'all up.
What games you been playing throughout the week?
Let's see. I've been doing Resident Evil 7 and PS and VR, which is definitely an experience I recommend. I have some gameplay up on my channel. If you want to see a man turn straight bitch real quick, excuse my language, go look, enjoy, laugh at me because I laugh at myself. Nier. MLB The Show. I've probably been playing a couple other things that I can't recall, like Rainbow Six on PC, Total War Warhammer on PC. So I've been mixing it up. I haven't really been, but my main focus has been that Resident Evil 7.
Okay. How you like that Nier, man? Tell me that Nier ain't God tier. It's so good.
What I've played about it so far, because I put like maybe 2 hours in.
Mm-hmm.
I was impressed. I mean,
you put 2 hours? Oh, bruh, you in for it.
Because I'm trying to get rid of the Resident Evil 7 right quick. Like, I'm trying to done that off. Okay. Because I can't take it no more. The VR experience sometimes becomes, it's too much. It's not that it's not the system. It's just all the gruelingness of it. Like, the anxiety and shit. Like, it's like, oh, I can't take it no more. But with Nier, in the very beginning, I was blown away how it was a bullet storm game, then a hack and slash, then a combination of the both, and It just keeps on moving, like the style of game and how you're controlling it. It keeps it very. I've never played something like that. So to me, it was like extremely fresh.
I was about to ask you that. Did it feel like a fresh new experience that you?
Yes, it definitely.
Controller.
100%, and it kept me on my toes too. It didn't let me. It didn't let me settle in and be like, "Oh, I've done this before." Like, because I really don't mess with bullet hell gamers, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, I got to do this and I got to do that, and it's not extremely oppressive right now. I don't know how it's going to be in the future, but I like it. I like the way it changes up on the fly and it keeps on giving you a fresh perspective.
If you're playing on normal, it's still a challenge though, but on hard, like, man, look, you gonna learn. When you playing hard difficulty, you playing hard difficulty, bro. Trust me.
The game is very, very unforgiving in so many ways. Like, as far as saving, I mean, in the very beginning of the game, if you die, they do the credits and you start all over.
Yes.
Like, it's
I got my first stream, and I hate to have it like that, but one of my stream, like, it's like literally about like 2 hours of me dying over and over, and then I finally, you know what I'm saying, was kind of able to get it, and whatnot. I think in my second stream, like, I literally died at that prologue over and over because I was playing on hard difficulty and stuff, man. It's hard difficulty, bro.
Yeah. Now you know how I feel with Dark Souls. It's like, yo, what, you keep dying right here. But yeah, that's what's up, man. You know, definitely a lot of good games you playing, man. And like I said, especially myself and Mr. Official, we definitely do appreciate you taking the time out on a Saturday to be here and chop it up with us, man. And it's gonna be a great show, really great show.
Man, you're more than welcome, man. No problem.
Then we got, you know, some of the original council members. Hashtag the council. Starting off with my boy, my little big bro, Demi Guy Reviews. Go ahead, bro. Introduce yourself and let us know the games you've been playing throughout the week, man.
Hey guys, Demi Guy Reviews here. Always glad to be a part of the show. I seen the flow from podcast to podcast.
Yeah, you floating all over the place,
Yeah,
like literally, even in the background.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you sound like you talking from the kitchen. Like, hey, what's up, guys?
Oh damn, hold on. Come back.
Turn your head to the other way.
All right. Then we got one of the first ladies of the council, and I'll say this, guys, man, don't mess with her, because she got a bite. She don't play them games. But big sis, come on, girl, go ahead and introduce yourself and let us know the games you've been playing throughout the week.
What's happening, people? I am a pit bull, nonetheless.
Facts.
What's happening, y'all? Thanks for having me again. Early Saturday morning, up fixing my mom some coffee. But yeah, man, blessed to be here. Thanks for the people in the chat who gonna come and make it lively like always. And what have I been playing? I played some Destiny for a while. Me and Persona got it in with that. Well, really, Persona got it in, and I just followed and picked up shit. But we're gonna get there though. If the struggle is real. I bought the Destiny collection. It had everything in it, so I'm trying to get ready for Destiny 2. I actually did like what they upgraded. They upgraded a lot of stuff, and it didn't feel like the same game that I had been playing for when I first bought Destiny. The good thing, it felt completely different. Even the characters felt different, like the way they moved and stuff. I was like, this is different. I don't remember it, you know what I'm saying, feeling like this. Mm-hmm. So that was good. Also stepped up and got on Persona 5 and got a couple of hours in on that. I'm loving that game. Persona 5 is like my game of the year so far this year. Probably, I think it's the best game I've played so far this generation. I've been waiting for that game since 2013, I believe. Mm-hmm. 2014 when they first announced it. So I've been waiting on it for a few years now. So I'm really loving Persona. Of course, my 2K and my Madden. You know what I'm saying? I always throw those in to switch it up a little bit. And then last night, while y'all was on Uncharted and Dark Souls, I was playing some For Honor. And that was how can I say? For Honor is dope. It's different. It's a steep learning curve. You got to really know what you're doing, because if not, you go get slaughtered out there, real beastly. But For Honor is good. Pretty cool. And then I don't know if y'all played it at PSX, but remember it was at PSX 2015, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It was there. So me and Bari played it. I don't know if y'all got in that long ass line to play it.
Yeah, that's the one in San Francisco. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. See, we played it. Me and Bari played that joint. I think it was me,
You, Bari, and Erica.
Yeah, me, Bari, and Erica played that. Before it came out in the States, and I thought it was pretty dope. Real interesting. Hard controls, steep learning curve. The visuals look pretty good. It's a different type of game. You don't really find too many games like For Honor, so something different to mix it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much it.
That's what's up. A lot of good games played. Demi, you got your mic situation set up, or?
Yeah, do I sound better now?
Yeah.
Yeah, now you sound like a regular.
Let's go ahead.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, introduce yourself, bro. Let us know.
Yeah, like I was saying, I float around from a podcast to podcast. I got to settle down someplace. Well, then we got reviews here, dropping reviews after review and let's play after let's play. Trying to keep you guys satisfied as much as I can. What have I been playing throughout the week? I've been playing a lot of Mass Effect. Like, I'm on my second playthrough now, and that's not healthy because I got more games to play. But I'm on my second playthrough. I'm playing Little Nightmares. I'm playing Prey. And that game is impressing me. I don't know why it's getting so much flack, but it's impressing me right now.
Oh yeah, it really is. It's well, I ain't get it, but it looks alright. It looks cool.
It's catching flack, but I don't know why. But it's BioShock and Dishonored. You can't be mad at that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm playing through Outlast 2. Very great game. And I've been doing a lot of burning on Kingdom Hearts. I've been playing a lot of Kingdom Hearts.
You've been playing that shit. You've been playing a lot of footage, and I'm like, damn, yo, like he out there playing the hell out there.
I got to Sephiroth, and I was just like, all right, we're gonna get through this. And then he one-shot me. I'm like, we're not gonna get through this. Okay. That hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
But that's really it. That's what I've been playing throughout the week. You know, I want to get through this Kingdom Hearts because I never actually got to beat it when I was younger. So
yeah,
I finally found the 99 Dalmatians too. So that had a spot. I was like, I finally did that.
That's a feat right there, man. I respect that. I got to get back on that too, man. It's too many games. But yo, my co-host, Big Bro, Mr. Official, what's good?
What's going on? What's going on, world? What's going on, PlayStation Nation? Everybody that is listening, we appreciate you. You are smart, you are loyal, and you are the best. The best listeners the podcast could ever ask from.
Fact.
First off, Joey Luciano, you know what I'm saying? I want to welcome you. I did hear you a tad bit on the last podcast, and I must induct you well, my friend. All right? Are you listening, Louis? All right. So, with that being said, we must first and foremost acknowledge that NY Pizza is trash.
Oh
okay?
my Jesus!
Oh yeah! I'm just coming in on some ignorant shit.
Yo, Joey,
right?
We about to allow this disrespect to happen.
Right?
Nah.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know.
What you want? You want Chicago pizza?
Yeah, he from Chicago, so you know he's gonna rep that.
You want a knife and a fork and a bib to eat your pizza?
Hey, relax.
Relax. Yeah,
Joey,
we got two Chicago pizza. We're gonna keep it clean and we're gonna keep it righteous.
Fuck yeah, pizza. You're supposed to put the sauce under the cheese.
How many people have went to the hospital from eating pizza because their mouth got tore up from that thin ass pizza?
Out of here, bro.
How many people?
Yo, first of all, New York is forever gonna have the better pizza for one reason and one reason alone. It's the water. It's the water that comes out of New York that
we got the best water.
That makes the pizza the greatest ever. It's like you can take the same ingredients, not to come my bad, but you can take the same ingredients, take the same recipe, and make it somewhere else, and it ain't gonna taste the same because it ain't got that New York agua, bro.
I know y'all got that rat agua.
You need that high
the water. It's like a mixture of rat and trash.
It's delicious. Oh my God. It's delicious is what it is.
Well, we got the best water though in the country, man. New York is
That's
one of the
just-
best tap waters, man. What you mean?
Yeah, I'll let you believe that.
We get,
But,
we get our water from springs. Hey, bruh.
Our shit is in a reservoir, highly controlled.
Facts. All the way to Catskills. Go ahead, bro.
Fluoride, got mad fluoride in it.
This guy here. But nah, seriously, all jokes aside, I'm just messing around. What have I been playing on? Really not too much. Uncharted, Nier, Chaos Code, and Street Fighter. And that's really about it. I want to get more into Nier. I mean, I'm a decent distance, but my wife is a little bit past me because she was able to get here earlier than me when I get home from work. So when I come home, she's already on Nier and about to get off. But yeah, man, Nier is that crack, man. I'm loving it. I love so much about that soundtrack. The fighting style is just like so beastly, and it's so damn stylish, man. It's like for a player like me, because I like hack and slash games anyway. This is like right up my alley. Also, notable recommendation, because I know it's going to wind up coming to America soon. Something that's somewhat similar to that is this game called Icy. It's available via the Korean PSN store. I streamed it on my channel to did the full platinum run through, so it's like maybe 3 or 4 hours and whatnot. But yeah, man, whenever it does come to the States, and hopefully them trophies stack, y'all should check that out because the game is definitely good.
Yeah, check your stream, son. Pick that up.
Yeah. I love hack and slash games, so I'm all for it. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Everybody listening to the podcast, hope y'all enjoy our thoughts that we about to display upon y'all.
Facts.
And yeah, man, Chicago Pizza best. That's it.
I'll be respectful, because this ain't my platform.
Hey, man, look, I say it for you, Joey. Chicago piece of trash. That's your ass. That's facts, bruh.
But deep down in your heart, you know that it's the best.
Listen,
So,
my guy,
I
I'm not trying to.
My guy, let him know.
I'm not trying to sit down proper for a piece of pizza, yo. I want to cop and go. I'm not turning a piece of pizza into a meal, man.
Facts. Kev, your mic is a little crackly too, so just
Oh no! All right,
but for me, real quick, I've been playing Dark Souls 3. Me and Kev have been running through folks on this Uncharted 4. We played Street Fighter 5. I played some Chaos Code. I did play Mario Kart 8 on the Switch. I also played what else did I play? That's really oh yeah, Dragon Quest Heroes 2. I beat the story earlier this week. I'm working on the platinum now. Really dope game. If you haven't played it already, definitely go play that because it's dope. It is an amazing game, and these are facts. And yeah, those are games I've been playing throughout the week. Nothing too crazy. I got some announcements, but I'm gonna save that for the end of the show. But let's go ahead and jump into it, man. So first and foremost, PlayStation released a dynamic 4K trailer, and it was showing some of the games that are already out, like Horizon and MLB, and they show future games like GT Sport and God of War. Did any of you guys see that that trailer?
Yeah.
I watched
so what the messaging, a lot of people are kind of confusing the messaging because they're trying to say, oh, well, it's not real 4K. This is fake 4K, blah, blah, blah. And my thing is, PlayStation said themselves, this is checkable. They said themselves what it was that you would be getting with the PlayStation 4 Pro. So my question to you guys is, with them being specific on how their 4K and how their games are going to look, does this affect how you feel towards the Pro with it being dynamic 4K? I'll start with you, Joey.
Not necessarily, no, because I like to do something that's called research before I make a purchase, right? And like us being on YouTube and in the world today, there is something called Google, which, is your friend. Not only that, they came out and they said ahead of time, look, this is how we're going to achieve 4K in most of our games. It's going to be this checkerboard rendering and everything. They even went so far as to have Digital Foundry get up there and tell you, well, I put my eye right on top of the screen. He made it sound like he took his eyeball out and threw it right on top of the screen and was like, oh, I can't tell the difference, right? There was that video. So it doesn't bother me. I don't expect the machine at the price point or knowing what's in the machine to do native 4K, especially on the type of the degree of visuals that are being pushed forward. There's a lot of high-res textures, albeit they might not be 4K textures in most of these games, but they're amazing. What you get and it displays my TV and the Pro together, or whatever, or the Pro. However, it's displayed in a 4K image, right? Mm-hmm. I know it's not true 4K. I know in most games it's using checkerboarding. I don't think they ever hid that. I don't think they ever tried to pull the wool over anybody's eyes in that regard. Like, I'll be the first one to cry foul, right? Mm-hmm. And so because when it was coming out and people were like, oh, 4K this, I was taking people to task. So to answer your question, no, it doesn't bother me with the Pro for what I paid for it, for what I get from it. I get something like with Horizon Zero Dawn. I say this all the time, is hands down one of the best looking games I've seen on any platform, PC, Xbox, obviously, PlayStation. You know what I mean? So it's like they're doing good work with this, and at least they're being honest. And I think they have to come out now. And the reason they have to further iterate it now is because you have this other machine that's getting ready to launch that is saying true native 4K across everything. And so I think they're just trying to make themselves not be liable, you know what I mean? Or not being able to be like, because you know how this industry is or how this community is. Once they think you're lying or whatever, they're going to jump all over it, right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But let me digress because I've been going on for a minute. No, it doesn't bother me at all.
Okay. All right. So, Demi, you got a Pro, Demi?
No, I'm still on the vanilla PS4.
Okay. Well, as a new purchaser, like if you were a new purchaser of a Pro, and I know you follow the new gaming news quite a lot, would you feel that, the messaging is mixed, or, it being dynamic 4K now, does that deter you from wanting to pick up the Pro?
Honestly, I'm going to keep it real. The people that is tripping about dynamic 4K really don't know the difference unless you really are into the specs and can really tell about what's going on. Mm-hmm. The regular purchasers, and myself included, if I was looking at the screen and they said this is in 4K, I'm gonna generally think that this is in 4K, this is 4K visuals. I'm not thinking about whether the resolution is going from up or down, or if it's dynamic or native or anything like that. It's not gonna stop people from purchasing it. If you're not into the hardcore scene, if you're not into that, you're not really gonna care about dynamic 4K. You're gonna think, does it look great? Can I play it on my TV? Will it make me go, oh, and stuff like that, mainly.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good one. I hear you.
Yeah, because a lot of people, I see a lot of people complaining and tripping about this, but at the end of the day, you're still going to buy it no matter what you really do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Jaleesa, what you think? I know you still on vanilla as well, so is that messaging kind of off-putting, or are you look, I just want the shit to look better? Oh, that's how you feel? Cool.
All right, 100.
100? Yo, Kev. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, there you go. What happened?
Nah, my bad. I had to help my mom in the house.
Okay. Did you get a question, or you want
to?
Yes,
I did. I was here.
All right. Go ahead.
For me, to me, it feels like you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. Most people don't know the difference. If Sony never said dynamic, people wouldn't even know what the fuck that shit means. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't even know what it means, to be honest with you, if I wasn't on the internet and I wasn't, like old boy said, on Google. Google is your friend mm-hmm. for people like us. So I think people are just nitpicking just for the hell of it. Yeah. I didn't see no problems, no issues with it. I have a regular day one PS4, and I'm fine with what I got. Horizon look amazing on that, so I already know how it looks on the Pro. It probably looks 10 times better.
It does.
So, and it looks good on the regular PS4. So I mean, and I don't know. I think people are just being nitpicky just because it's freaking Sony. Uh-huh. And the whole, it ain't real 4K. And man, most people I know don't even know what real 4K is. They don't know what that is.
Most people still got
they don't care about what. To be honest, they don't care. Only hardcore people like us care, and 9 times out of 10, we don't care either.
Yeah.
As long as the game is fun, we don't care. Only people who care are mostly the PC guys, and sometimes they don't even care if the game is fun.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I mean, Joey, you're a PC guy. Can you agree with that statement?
Can you confirm?
See, the thing is this, right? The enthusiast doesn't necessarily care about the graphics. They care about what the machine can do. It's not about because once you sit down and playing, it don't matter what it look like. Like as long as you're having fun. For me, I'll go back and I'll play something. And I have a 980 Ti, right? And I've had it going on 2 years now, and so my card is starting to become a little bit outdated. And I play mostly everything 1440p, 80 to 100 FPS, and so and there are cards that murder mine now. But when you're building an enthusiast rig, like I do 4K 60, the majority of that is so that we feel like we know what our machines are capable of, and it becomes a measuring contest. Like I'm gonna you know what I'm saying, my PC is better than yours. But once we're playing, because look at the games on PC, bro. Like look at the games that everybody's playing. Unknown Battlegrounds right now. Freaking Dota and CSGO can run on toasters. You know what I'm saying?
League of Legends and stuff like that.
Yeah, like those are PC centric games, right? Now, AAA games that go to PC, where you actually take advantage of the hardware that you put in your rigs, yeah, they look phenomenal. But at the end of the day, once you're having fun, because a lot of PC people or a lot of PC players won't admit that what pushes or what takes advantage of your hardware on PC are the AAA IPs that are usually developed for console. You know what I'm saying? And so those look marketably better, marginally better, or fantastically better than they do. But I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's a bragging point. But once you get into the game, I forgot what game it was. I'm playing Resident Evil in VR, right? And the game looks good because I got it on the Pro and it looks really good. But I know it would look 10 times better if I was just playing it off the TV. But for the experience and the fun that I'm having, I'm willing to accept that downgrade. Right. So I think it's just about, after all, for a true gamer, it's going to be about the experience after everything is said and done.
Yeah, it's just that.
Just so y'all know, I run my mouth a lot. I'm sorry,
bro.
I'm trying to
this is a platform where you can speak your mind and speak your opinion openly and freely. You're good. You're good. Kev, what you think, man? Like, I know you got the Pro 2, you got the 4K. Does that messaging, like, being a consumer and being somebody that had the vanilla PS4, and you upgraded to the 4K TV, and when you seen the announcement of the Pro and what was advertised, and then what we're seeing now with it being dynamic 4K, does that messaging feel a little bit skewed to you? Do you feel like, oh well, damn, I thought it'd have been true 4K, or did you go into your purchase knowing, hey, look, I know what I'm getting. I know it's checkerboard. I'm cool.
I mean, I knew what it was, because obviously most of the people who got like the Pros and is looking forward to the Scorpio, they kind of like the more serious PlayStation or serious gamer and whatnot. But I feel two ways about it. I don't really think it needs. I mean, y'all make some good points, but I mean, initially hearing about and reading the article, I didn't think that it needed to be really iterated, because PlayStation is already in a good spot, and it came out to me like they were just trying to compete with the Scorpio and whatnot. I mean, not to say that they shouldn't compete. Obviously, competition is good, but you know what I'm saying, I feel like they could have used and focused, you know what I'm saying, and worried on other things like exclusives, like where you can get your experiences from and stuff like that, in opposed to just putting that dynamic 4K out there. But I mean, like I said, y'all brought up some good points. So it makes sense for them to do that, but it's not really necessary in my opinion. Let Scorpio have that, you know what I'm saying, that power hang up that they're so driven on, because everything, and I'm not trying to bash Microsoft or anything like that, but everything that they do pretty much is, that's cultivating their audience, is cultivating their fans, because you didn't hear people start saying true 4K until Microsoft started saying it, and they just started running with it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really think that it's necessary. I think at least with PlayStation gamers or like the PlayStation side, yeah, you hear these buzzwords, but you're not just regurgitating them over and over like on some brainwashing shit. Yeah. But I really don't think it's necessary right now. I think that Sony could focus on other things. Plus, I seen some rants on Twitter. I still didn't watch the video yet because I know it's a video like dynamic 4K. But I heard that They made the video about that name in 4K, but they put it in 1080p. Sony, y'all got to stop that. y'all can't be out here trying to push 4K and y'all up here dropping 1080p videos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's funny though. I ain't even gonna
cut the bullshit out. So,
oh,
you know what I'm saying? First and foremost, get your videos to be displaying in 4K because you know YouTube can do it. And then, you know what I'm saying, start trying to push the 4K narrative and whatnot. But yeah, I don't think it's necessary right now. But as much good things that Sony has going on, you got a good player base. You can say this is the best place to play or something like that, or for the players, you know, like they could have just focused on other things. I understand they trying to push out, you know, trying to get the Pro to be pushed out a little bit more because right now the interest is what, like 27% among gamers or something like that, but it's still not a good amount of people that know about the Pro and the Scorpios is coming. So yeah, just focus on the games, man. Y'all killing it with the games, so just stick to that. Stick to you having the best experiences, the best exclusives, and the best ecosystem for pro players, for esports. Focus on that.
yeah.
You know, don't really worry about, let the 4K stuff be, you know, a topic. Like, yeah, we got 4K too, but focus on your strengths, which is the games and the exclusives, you know?
Okay. That's what's up.
Amen.
That's very well said. I ain't even going front, man. Especially that I didn't even know. I watched it. I thought it was in 4K too, but you know,
nah, it's not.
1080p is fine. You know, now if it would have been in 720p, that'd have been a huge problem. Like,
nah, man, that ain't fine, man. You can't be out here pushing that 4K narrative and you out here in these 1080p streets.
You gotta come up. You gotta do better.
You gotta come correct.
Yeah,
you gotta come.
Or don't come at all. Keep your ass on the sideline.
Facts. So, you know, guys, E3 is around the corner, and always around these E3 times, we always get these influx of rumors and leaks and all the crazy stuff that happens. And it's every year like this shit happens, and they always say, "Oh, we're gonna work on it for next year," and it never changes. That's what leads me to believe that like they're doing this shit themselves. Part of me believes that, but yeah. So, Assassin's Creed Origins, quote unquote, will be the rumored to be the new Assassin's Creed, and it's going to be 3 times larger than Assassin's Creed 4, and the combat will be Witcher 3 like, and it'll release October of this year, and I'm pretty sure it'll be shown at E3 and stuff like that. But my question to you guys, starting with you, Joey, is first off, are you excited for the Assassin's Creed? And if you are, what do you want to see from it? Like, what do you want to see? Because they took a break because they saw that the series was going downhill. So them taking this break and really going back to the drawing board, what you want to see that is different from the series?
Okay. I was on Kofi Press Start podcast. Shout out to them. And I answered the same question. So I'm gonna try not to regurgitate too much of what I said there, give you a different perspective, but keep it to how I feel. I'm really not that overall excited for this game. I've beaten all the other ones, right? Mm-hmm. I'm a little disappointed that we're going from where we were in London in the 1800s all the way back to Egypt. I would have liked to see it progress like maybe 1920s New York and Chicago with the mafia and stuff like that. And maybe you've been a hitman type assassin or whatever, like, you know, or push it forward. I don't like that it's going back. And to me, it's going to go back and reboot and just have another reason to give you another 15 IP before they even think about cutting off the series, right? That being said, I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I love the history aspect of it. I like the combat, although I would like to see the combat in this one go back to where you were in like 1 or 2, or maybe even Brotherhood, where you were still vulnerable, where you couldn't take on 20 or 30 pursuers at a time, where you had to duck and be in and out the shadows and take a stealth route to your target. Because in the later iterations of the game, it felt like you could just bum rush your target, hit them up right quick, keep it moving, and there was no penalty for that. So I would like to see it go back to that. Now, in terms of taking The Witcher, I mean, it's good that it's copying. If you got to copy from somewhere, right, or be inspired by something, why not buy The Witcher? It's one of the best open world RPGs that ever that ever blew that whatever was released. Now my problem is this big open world. Are you gonna give us a real open world? Like, or are you gonna give us a pseudo open world where you can only go here or go there and then you can't really do whatever it is you feel like? And if you're gonna be big, please don't be big for no reason. Have something to justify the size of your game. And don't have it just be, oh, go collect this piece of this document here or this treasure chest over here. Like, make use of everything that you put out there. So I feel so many games nowadays, they give you these huge landscapes for you to run around in, but then they don't give you nothing as an incentive to go over there and check it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's just big for no reason.
Yeah.
But that being said, I probably more than likely will pick it up. I don't know if it's coming out in October. There's a lot of things coming out around that time.
Yes.
So I don't know if it's gonna be something that I can't see it being a day one. You know what I mean? Like, but other than that, yeah, like I like what they're doing. Hopefully they'll get it right or they'll take it back. See, Assassin's Creed has never really been that, oh my God, Assassin's Creed, everybody gotta have it. So it bugs me out why everybody's like, oh, go back to form, go back to this, go back to that. I just hope they can make a solid iteration of the game. And once again, I digress.
What's up? Jaleesa, what you think?
For me,
yeah,
I think I enjoyed the last generation's Assassin's Creed more than this generation, but I didn't pick up Syndicate. I chose to play. I don't know. I think I just got a little tired of Assassin's Creed this generation. I just haven't touched them for the most part. I seen y'all play them and stream them and stuff like that, and I was like, they seem okay, but I'm a huge Assassin's Creed 2 fan and Brotherhood. I love both of those games. Like, first one was cool, and then the second one just blew wide open. Best of the series. I'm glad they took a break because they needed to take a break. I felt like they was getting burned out, and even though from what I've heard, Syndicate was the best one they had they made since, I think, what was it, Assassin's Creed 4? I think was the one that did pretty good, but Syndicate was a little bit better for some people. I'm hoping that them going to Egypt is a fresh start for them. They retool some of the combat system, and like he was saying before, they go back to 2 and Brotherhood type of, you know what I'm saying? So you don't feel like you're a god out there. Because 2 and 3, you can get your ass kicked real quick if you don't dodge. Like, you just can't be killing up and hitting people and don't die. Also, I want to see how they're going to push these consoles with the environments and stuff. If it is in Egypt, I want to see how everything is going to look. I'm a historical buff. Most people don't know that, but I'm a historical buff. I watch documentaries and I do photography, so architecture and all that type of stuff. I really want to see how they're going to go in depth with the environments. What time period of Egypt they're going to go to. Pharaohs and all that stuff. What historical pharaohs they're going to talk about. Because that's an element of the game as well. You know, they always try to go back in time and bring people who were in that time to the forefront and talk about some of the stories that they went through and give it their own little twist. So I'm ready to actually see that too, see if their storytelling ability has gained some traction since they haven't been out for the first 2 years. I mean, for the past 2 years. So story, environment, combat, hopefully they learn from their mistakes and they come back fresh and they come back with something good. And for the people who love Assassin's Creed, hopefully they enjoy it.
Okay. Demi, what's up? What you think about this Assassin's Creed, man?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I hate that we're going back to Egypt. I hate that we're getting a reboot. I feel like with Assassin's Creed, they wrote themselves in a hole after they killed Desmond. And they had so much potential with that entire Desmond storyline. You're lining up the 2012 apocalypse thing. You're pushing this whole modern assassin. But then you killed off Desmond so early. And kind of just was trying to float by and trying to get something still going, a plot to a point where, yeah, you're gonna have to reboot, but we're getting to a point where at the Syndicate, it was possible to push a 1920s assassin or push a World War II assassin from Germany or something. It was so much potential for later games before an actual reboot, and I'm still sitting there like we're actually getting a reboot of Assassin's Creed.
Do you think Desmond? Do you think Desmond will still be like, or do you think they'll just like reboot the whole thing and just redo that whole story where it's like Desmond ain't even trying to hit up the Animus? It's some new dude named Matt or some shit.
It's probably more than likely it's probably gonna be a new guy because everybody's still burned off the whole Desmond situation, which I still don't get. Like, why kill him off in the first place?
Yeah,
the entire event never made sense of why they did it to begin with.
The whole thing was the whole game was built around him. So it's like after you kill him off,
his sacrifice was to save the world. Like they were gonna, the Mayans were gonna destroy the world, and somehow him going and being with her and everything stopped that. Is what, if I remember correctly, because it's been years since I played the one that he died in. So let me not regurgitate falseness, but I really believe it, but he's right. He's 100% right with the whole, they wrote themselves in a corner. So
yeah, because it's like after that, where you gonna find another Desmond? Like that doesn't make sense because it just, I don't know, it didn't.
Because even the spin that they took with Black Flag, where all of a sudden you're somebody who's working for a company that's producing movies and Abstergo and all this, so you're going back to help write the plot and all this other stuff and see what it was. It was just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
This was like, what is the, like, you're putting too much in front of everything now. Because at the end of the day, it was always supposed to be the Templars versus the Assassins, and this was your heritage and your line, and you're trying to keep, and then they turned it into something completely. Even though they tried to put that as the underlining story in Unity. And Syndicate had really a Syndicate too, but like it was just like, nah, I pass, yo.
Yeah, Syndicate was okay.
But I feel like with Assassin's Creed, they have so much potential, like certain storylines. Even after Desmond died, I say they should have played on some point where they kept his memories trapped in the Animus and just went off from that.
And that would have made more sense. Then I'm like, all right, if you did some shit like that to preserve that assassin link or whatever, so that he, his mind could go back and keep doing what he does, that would have made more sense to me.
Yeah, I feel like it's granted cool that we're getting a reboot. I'm not mad at it, and I want them to actually utilize every situation of an open world, because a lot of open world games really don't utilize the open world. A lot of open world games are buildings, maybe some town folks here and there, and there's nothing really going on besides that. One game I give a lot of flack to for the story and stuff like that is Watch Dogs. But they have a very interactive community. Everything else is kind of terrible about the game to me. But they do have an interactive world around you.
Well, Watch Dogs 2 did good on that. Watch
Dogs had a very interactive community in the world, but I don't like the rest of the stuff about the game. But I will admit that the universe around you actually is doing more stuff than besides walking and talking and just standing around.
Very, very intuitive. Like you can really like communicate with anything in Watch Dogs 2. And I kind of hope they bring that style of thinking to Assassin's to this reboot, like as far as like making everything accessible. Like you can do anything.
Yeah, because if you technically look at it, Watch Dogs is the modern day Assassin's Creed, whether we want to admit it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess this is kind of like a stepping stone on how they wanted to do open worlds for later future Assassin's Creed games. So if we're going back in Egypt, I expect like some real historical stuff to really be happening. I expect like to meet Cleopatra, King Tut, stuff like that.
We'll see. That's what's up.
Well, the article says that. Oh, my bad, Persona.
No, go ahead.
According to the article, it is going to be, I think it's the 5th dynasty in the Old Kingdom. Mm-hmm. So it's actually it's dealing with the BC, and the king is Unas, if I pronounce that right. So
Oh man,
I'm not even like that. I'm not familiar with this king or queen, so as a queen, I'm not gonna try to pronounce her name. But the king that they're dealing with is the King Unas, fifth dynasty of the Old Kingdom. Yeah, I've never really heard of him. But 2494 to 2345 BC is the time period in which they're gonna place this game.
Well, when was Cleopatra? Well, I'm about to go into history and all.
Cleopatra was during the time of Alexander the Great.
You said Unas?
Which was
later on than that. It was forward.
Oh, shit. So they may make that like some type of DLC or some shit like that.
Unas is the ancient the ninth and the last ruler of the fifth dynasty during the Old Kingdom period.
Yes, that's who he was. See, like, yo, sign this girl up, yo. She's amazing.
they probably do some Cleopatra thing as DLC, like Assassin's Creed 2 did with that Bonfire of the Vanities DLC.
I can see them doing.
I could see some Alexander the Great DLC.
Yep, I could see some shady shit like that happening.
I see why they actually may have picked him, because nothing's really known about him too much. From what they're saying,
so they have free reign.
It's as little is known about Unas' activity during his reign, which was a time of economic decline. So they're gonna play off of that because you don't know much about his reign.
Because after that, don't the North and the South, don't the North and the South unify at some juncture?
If I'm not mistaken, yes, but I'm not sure exactly. He's the last of the fifth dynasty.
Yeah, so let's see.
Something went wrong.
Yeah, we can see. We'll definitely see some like Cleopatra or some King Tut DLC or something.
Yeah, depending on where they started, because each dynasty is different. I can't remember where Queen Cleopatra comes in at. I forgot. I gotta look that up. But I forgot where she comes in at, which dynasty she's in.
Kev, what you think?
Yeah, I'm not really big on Assassin's Creed like that, so it's like, we'll see when it happens.
It's an L. Just go ahead and say
it's kind of an L. I mean, I got Assassin's Creed Syndicate, but that's only because like it was dirt cheap during the flash sale, and you know, the trophy who were in me was like, let me go ahead and get this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, for all of y'all who ain't started on Syndicate, even though it's the story like doesn't match up the whole Templar and Assassins thing, that's one of the better stories besides Black Flag.
It's pretty good.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And the world is actually pretty.
The world is pretty lively. Yeah,
it's pretty good. I can't even front on that. Like it is. I still got to finish it, but it's really
good.
To
get an Assassin's Creed feel from that game, I had to play as the sister. I had to play as Evie more often than not because she felt like an assassin.
Jacob is a straight brute.
Yeah, he felt like a tank. He felt like a random thug that you could just insert random hooligan here. Like, let's go. Like, she had the skill set. You know
looking at Cleopatra, she came in at 69 BC.
Yeah, so this is way before their time.
Damn it! I was hoping to see some Cleopatra. Cleopatra.
Yeah, before.
Yeah. That's
because I think Mark Antony around the time of Julius Caesar had a thing for Cleopatra, as well as did Alexander. Again, that's more pushing forward. And I think I'm wrong about Mark Antony. It was just Alexander the Great.
Yeah, after Cleopatra, so you may not see her. You're 69 BC.
So, I mean, I ain't even gonna front. I'm a little excited because I do want to see, especially if they're gonna be going to Egypt. I want to see how they will do it. Like I'm interested to see how they do up Egypt.
That's the only interesting thing about it, though, honestly. But outside of like the usual, if it's the usual Assassin's Creed shit, I don't really care for it.
You know what I want to really see and pay attention to? What color they make the Egyptians. I want to know what skin tone. I want because we already know how they talk about Egyptians like they weren't black.
Yeah. It'll be really interesting to see how them Egyptians look.
Yeah, if they're gonna have some tint to them, like it doesn't matter.
Some tint.
If you know history, you know you should know that all the Egyptians weren't white.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we'll see. Only time can tell. But they did make a black. well, a couple of multicultural.
For Watch Dogs, they had black protagonists.
Yeah,
No, it's not even about them being black. It's about them being historically
historically correct. Historically correct with some form of black. If not on the protagonist, at least in the game. I feel at least throw some black folks up in there.
I'm just putting it out there. If they're gonna be historically correct, I want to see how these Egyptians are gonna be looking.
We'll see.
Hell, Horizon ain't even historically correct, and I'm seeing more black and Asian.
Yo, who you telling, bro? They got
the game.
That's the rainbow up in there, yo. They did
a good job. Yeah, they did a good job.
Good job on that. Even Alloy, I don't think was full black. I think she was mixed. She didn't look full, like not full black, full white. I bet. Like it looked like she had dreads.
She had dreads in her hair.
Could it
just be that they didn't have product back in those days?
I mean, true.
She didn't have no good activating, my guy.
You got it. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But also, man, she had a little mix, man. We'll see.
She did have a darkened skin tone. She might have been Mexican. I mean, she was running mad errands and shit. So,
this guy, man. But let's move it along, man. So anybody that is on the internet knows that Mass Effect took a lot, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot of hate. Or not even hate. Not even hate. Let me rephrase that. Mass Effect took a lot of criticism. For its janky animations, its dialogue. Demi had to unmute his mic for this. You heard him? Its dialogue and all these types of things. And as we all know, we aren't no strangers to this. A lot of the times when games like this do get so heavily criticized and so heavily negatively perceived, sometimes that does have a huge effect on the development team. Now, I'm not saying that this is the case here, but I just want to put that out there for you guys so you guys know. But BioWare Montreal, which are the developers for the Mass Effect Andromeda, they are being scaled down. No, it's not downsizing, and nobody's being fired. But their talents are going to be spread out across a couple of other EA development teams, such as EA Motive, and there's a few others. And they'll be working on other. They're going to be putting Mass Effect Andromeda on ice, so we won't be seeing another Mass Effect for quite some time. But they will be working on other projects within the within the BioWare Montreal realm. Joey, what you think about this, man?
I think it's never a good thing when they put a series that has as much fanfare as Mass Effect does to sleep. I understand why they did it. It's become a black eye for them, right? This game is, whether the game is good or not, whether the true fans like it or not. I know it's a very divisive game, even amongst the Mass Effect community, right? So, but it is a black eye to the brand, regardless. Like, I've played Mass Effect since the first one, right? And in my opinion, in my humble opinion, the first one is the best RPG. The second one is the best game, and everything else has further fell or further differentiated itself from what Mass Effect was originally in the beginning. Now, in this game, they have the loyalty missions back and they have everything. Well, that wasn't enough to save it. From a conversation I had with another gentleman not so long ago, Montreal is not their A team. It's like their B or C team. So like they have their A.
Eden is the A team that started the Mass Effect series.
This is the Inquisition team.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and then the A team is working on some MMO they got coming out called Dylan, or the code name for it is Dylan. I learned that from Rand. So thank you for the information. I'm not trying to say here like this information is my own, but the point of that is how do you take a revered franchise that has so much fanfare and everything, and you give it to not your A team? And this is the end result: the bad animations, the bad writing, and it wasn't enough to recover. Like patches later on, see all those patches that come later on, they cost money as well. They cost manpower, they cost time, they cost effort. Like I played this game on Origins Access, right, on PC. And once my time was up and I got to where they wouldn't let you go any further, I was like, nah, I don't want to play this game. And I remember when 3 came out, all I could think about was like, I gotta get it. I gotta play this game. I can't wait to finish. Like, I kept my Mass Effect saves through multiple iterations of many 360s and everything. I found a way to do that because I had to finish the story I started way back when the game came out. And if you weren't gonna just do if you weren't gonna do the game right, in my opinion, you should have just let it die with Shepard.
Mm-hmm.
And now you release this, and it's a black eye, and it doesn't do. I don't think it did. I know it didn't do that well critically. I don't know how it did financially.
From what EA is saying, I'll quote what they said earlier this week. EA Electronics CEO Andrew Wilson told investors that the publisher is very happy with how BioWare is doing, how BioWare is treating Mass Effect, and our expectations for Mass Effect are still strong for the future and the franchise overall. So I'm pretty sure they did make a profit just because, it's Mass Effect, and Mass Effect does have that cult following. So I'm pretty sure, despite the criticism that it was getting, they still were getting that money. Folks were still going out buying the game just off of nostalgia purposes, maybe.
And then so now that's the funny thing is, like, if this thing made money, why are you scaling back the studio? Why are you putting it on ice then?
Well, I mean, let me get everybody else's thoughts, but I'll just answer this real quick. I mean, I think it's just because I kind of want to just go back to the drawing board with it. You don't want to keep putting out, like, look at Call of Duty, for instance. You keep putting out Call of Duties every year, and they get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Remember back on the 360 and PS3 era, they only had Treyarch and Infinity Ward. Yeah. And the decline of quality of the Call of Duty games was very evident with each new game that was coming out. So what did they do? They went back to the drawing board, and they added on Sledgehammer. When they added on Sledgehammer, they gave each development team a 3-year process to develop their Call of Duty game in hopes that would be enough time to create a quality and different Call of Duty. Has it worked? No. But, those are the type of things I think EA is looking at, where they're like, okay, maybe we need to
they're gonna reboot the reboot.
Yeah, I don't want to say reboot the whole series, but kind of get fan perception and stuff like that, and go back to the drawing board and be like, okay, maybe we need to approach the next Mass Effect this way based off how everything was perceived with the last game. So let this game, it's out, it's bad, or I don't want to say bad, but it's definitely got its flaws. Go back to the drawing board, but don't go back so quickly, because you still need to gather what was wrong and what was right and how to execute properly on the next title.
Sure indeed.
Demi, what you think?
Well, I'm a huge Mass Effect fan, and I'm gonna say that this game is very rough. I don't like to see that this game is being put on the back burner, or this series in general is being put on the back burner, because it's a grand series that has inspired many a game and has come with the respect that it deserves. Now, Mass Effect Andromeda, I've done my review on it. You guys can check that out. Shameless plug. But it's good and it's bad. Like, I don't like that they had the Inquisition team work on this, because it feels like in certain moments and aspects that I do feel like I'm playing the Inquisition. The new chat dialogue, and certain other things, it's not coming to mind right now. The chat dialogue and how the squad mates are kind of bland and the stuff like that. That kind of it turns people off, because if people play the trilogy of Mass Effect, they know, like, your squad mates or your running dogs, and y'all had conversations upon conversations that made it funny, and you wanted to play more. The only thing I can really say that Mass Effect Andromeda actually got right was the combat. The combat is one of the most fantastic things about this game, and I mean that respectfully. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Andromeda feels like Mass Effect 1. Andromeda feels like the rough stages of Mass Effect 1. And we're not gonna, if you play Mass Effect 1, Joey, which I'm sure, and Persona and the rest of you guys, if you play Mass Effect 1, you know that game started off a bit rough, but it eventually began to bloom.
Yeah, it was real slow in the beginning.
The same thing happened in Andromeda, but I think the thing is, with the flaws that Andromeda has, a lot of people willing to look over that while they were playing that, because I'm not gonna lie, Andromeda started off slow as hell. Yeah, you had the first planet, you had EOS, but then after that, everything just began to pick up. But not many people are gonna be willing to sit through that first planet or like beginning to colonize EOS because everything takes so long to start up. I hate to see that we have a back burner team work on games like this, because if you look at it, certain back burner teams do great with certain stuff. Like if you look at Rockstar's back burner teams, they know exactly what they need to do.
Do you know what their previous experience was with the Mass Effect franchise? Was only DLC. The only thing they did was DLC for Mass Effect, and then you give them
whole IP
title. You give them a title that the fan base is desperately clamoring for. Your whole franchise is sitting, and so to me, that tells me the lack of respect that they have for their fan base in this regard. I'm sorry
if I was BioWare, I would have let them. If I was EA, I would have probably not even like pushed this out this early. I would let them continuously work on it until it was at a point where I didn't have to worry about falling through the floor. I don't have to worry about the animals on certain planets like glitching during a jump and still trying to get at me, or having to sit through bad customization, because the customization in this game is like a very, very disappointing thing.
There's very little, next to none.
Yeah, it's disappointing compared to previous Mass Effect titles. I used to be able to customize so much, and I barely got like the rendition of myself in Mass Effect Andromeda compared to the previous titles. I was just like, man, what happened? Who pushed the go button? Because this situation with this is just like with Recore. It's premature. It came out premature, and it missed the mark. Yeah.
You know what I think, and I'm just going to be a little conspiratorial, if I may. These people are coming out, and it seems like they're killing, or they're doing things to potentially hurt old established IP, so they could move forward with some kind of new IP, which might have games as service model or something. Because you look at now Hitman, Square Enix, IO, they're doing the same thing.
We'll talk about that next. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to jump the gun. It's just that there's something. There's a reason why these established IP are being given to you in a manner that doesn't give them any reverence, in a way that doesn't just make sense. Like, I don't know. I don't want to touch the Hitman thing, but like this thing with Mass Effect really makes no sense to me at all. Like, and I think EA is doing, to me, they did another Tony Hawk.
Yeah, yo, Tony Hawk, yo, like I don't know who even, as Demi said, who pushed go? Because yo, that shit. Who pushed go on that? Because Tony Hawk is a very, very that's close to my heart. And when I seen that travesty, I was like, who did this?
And they thought Lil Wayne was gonna save it.
No, he ain't saved shit. If anything, he made it worse.
And Mass Effect is not as bad as, like, let's say the last Tony Hawk was, right? But I'm trying to draw the comparison in the way that they were both handled.
Glitch wise, it is like, as far as like
bugs and everything. It's a lot of technical stuff wrong with Mass Effect Andromeda. A lot of stuff. And I played like over 100 hours, like doing stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm playing through it. I'm just like, yo, what is this, bro?
I don't know how you did it. I couldn't do it. I didn't want to.
And he did all that pre-patch, not even post-patch. That's pre-patch gameplay.
I didn't want to do it. Nothing about that game said, come. You're gonna have a great experience here.
Yeah, get your meds, B. You know, all jokes aside, from what because I put about 25 hours into the game, and this is essentially my first Mass Effect that I actually sat down and really tried to get into. Yeah, and it's crazy, right? This one of all ones is the first one that I'm trying. It was okay from what I played. It was okay, combat wise and stuff like that. It seemed cool from what I played, but like I said, I could see the technical flaws of the game in my playthrough, and that's not good. What you think, Lisa? Kev, what y'all think?
I'm not a Mass Effect fan like that, so it's like I don't really have too much of a deep insight, you know what I'm saying, or knowledge of Mass Effect. I just know I was interested, and then I noticed that lip syncing, and I wasn't interested.
Like,
so,
it's an L.
I was really close, man. Yeah. I was really close, but I'm glad I ain't falling into the hype. Thank you, baby Jesus.
This guy
and this little baby Jesus bassinet. So,
baby Jesus bassinet.
Dear Lord, baby. Dear Lord, baby Jesus.
Did you pick it up, Lisa? Nah.
No, I'm not the biggest Mass Effect fan.
Okay,
I played 2, and after that, I was done. Okay. But it's a shame that people ask me why I don't go digital, and this is why.
Why you gotta come at
my digital? Ask me why I don't
damn, I went digital.
This is why.
I went digital too.
If you went digital with this game, you would be pissed, right?
Well, no, because he got his money's worth. He put 100 hours into the game. He got his money's worth. Like he good.
I mean, you got your money's worth. I understand that, but from a development standpoint, you like, man.
Oh yeah, from a development standpoint, I'm very disappointed.
There you go, and you like, you know what? I don't even want to keep this game. As soon as I beat it, I'm selling this joint.
Yeah.
As soon as I beat it, you know what I'm saying?
Angrily delete it off the hard drive.
Yes, you got to delete it, but it's still there. For me, I got to get some money back for that. 15, 30, I gotta get something back for that. Like I'm just saying, this is the reason why until these developers get their shit together, I will never go full digital.
Look,
telling people
my New Year's resolution was to go full digital. Okay,
I'm not.
That was an L. It's an L.
I wasn't, dog. I'm not.
That was a digital L.
I don't trust these developers.
Yeah, I don't. Certain developers. Not all.
No, mostly none of them. I said mostly, not all of them. Mostly, if the game ain't on sale and it ain't about $30, I ain't getting it. It's the L. I'm not buying it. I got Persona that joined disc. For Honor, disc. Watch Dogs 2, disc. If it ain't on sale, it ain't like on a flash sale or something like that. It's not getting bought digital because I don't trust the developers. And they want us to go digital because they want to keep all their bread. Nah, forget all that. Mm-hmm. If you don't come with no quality work, you can't be coming with a game that got animation problems and dialogue problems and glitches and like just stuff that should be tight, you know what I'm saying, for a franchise of that magnitude. That's just like when Assassin's Creed Unity came out. I was so happy.
Oh, I ain't bought that.
Buy that game.
I bought that disc.
I got a free digital code of that.
Oh man!
Like it's certain instances where I'm like, it's just they want us to go digital so bad, and they keep giving us products that aren't worthy of being digital. Like, no, you're not getting all my money. No, I got to get something back for that because I feel cheated. I literally feel cheated. Like. And I know it's hard work, and I understand that they put a lot into these games. But if the product ain't right, don't sell it to us. If you don't want the criticism you're gonna get, they just want to put it out there. And then the thing is, also, I'm not a huge Mass Effect fan, but I know Mass Effect has a cult following, and people who play that game expect for that game to be top notch. And for EA to put their B team on it says a lot about what they thought about Mass Effect. Because if they felt it does. It says a lot when you put your B team on an A-grade game that's a title that people have been waiting for years, who's highly regarded. The reviews are hot. Like the review for Mass Effect 1, 2, and I think 3, extremely high. And you just dropped the ball.
Yeah.
People were already pissed off at you for Mass Effect 3 when you gave them that bum ass ending, and you had to change the ending.
That bum ass ending.
Yeah, like because people were pissed about the ending.
Yeah.
Of that game, and like then you tried to add multiplayer, and like you just started doing stuff that wasn't or didn't feel like Mass Effect to the core audience. Mm-hmm. And I feel like they lost sight of their core audience. And I think a lot of the developers are losing sight of what made their games so big last generation. And they in this whole digital push, it's not making it. No, I'm good.
It's this whole service thing and episodic content and stuff like that that they're
Well,
really trying to please to. That's
since we're talking about that, let's go ahead and jump right into this here Hitman.
I'm pissed off about that too. I'm
yo,
mad
look,
when they did Hitman. Why they
look.
do it like that?
Let me explain something to y'all. I don't know what's going on here. They're saying that they're saying that they want to go service based and episodic and all this other shit, but they doing stuff like this, something not adding up. But the future of Hitman is uncertain as developer IO Interactive is put up for sale by Square Enix. And in an investor statement, Japanese publisher reported that it described an extraordinary $42 million loss for the financial year ending March 31st, 2017. This is a result of the company's decision to narrow its focus on key franchises and studios. To maximize player satisfaction as well as market potential going forward, we are focusing our resources and energies on key franchises and studios. Joey, what's your thoughts, man?
This is directly a result of them taking Hitman and making it episodic. The way that the situation with Hitman is now, I'll say that if you paid attention to this generation when it began, there was a lot of delays. There's a lot of games coming out broken. There was a lot of games that were ported from one system over to another, didn't perform right. There's a lot of things. And Jim Sterling pointed out that the industry didn't think that console gaming was going to survive. They were ready for a more mobile approach. They were all gearing up for that. So, and this is evident in a lot of the IP that you got, whether it be all the microtransactions. You see how Unity was selling you keys. You see this game as a services model moving forward. You see that Square Enix can take a game like Hitman, which is traditionally AAA IP full game, and have the nerve to try to piecemeal it to you. Never in the history of my life as I'm playing Hitman have I ever said, oh, this chapter was great. Look at how I killed him. I want to wait 5 months for the next part. I've never done that. And no, I can't, you can't tell me somebody who has. Mm-hmm. So now they turn around and they make this game episodic, whether it be they want the sales from one part to fund the development for another part because they weren't ready to take on the endeavor or however it is, but they wound up losing money. And I believe a lot of the money was lost to the fact that Hitman didn't sell right, not sell well. Not to mention that Hitman as a IP, Absolution was the biggest departure from the franchise as an IP, right, in canon or whatever. But I also think Absolution was their best seller. Mm-hmm. So if they wanted, again, this is what baffles me. If they knew that this game, looking at this game, why didn't they make this game or give you something similar to that? If making money and keeping the franchise viable was what you wanted to do, they took it back to the older Hitmans, but then they give you this model that not everybody's sold on. To me, only Telltale does this model right, and that's recently, because they've started speeding up the releases of their episodes because everybody just started waiting till all 5 episodes were out and just buying them.
Mm-hmm. Not only that, but Hitman, that shit was real glitchy. This one, the last one that came out, it was glitchy. It was a bit of a mess to me.
And nobody, I submit that I don't want to play Hitman like that. So I still haven't played this Hitman.
Me neither.
And I don't know if I will. Like, to be honest with you, if I get thrown off early on from a game, it's gonna take a lot to get me back. So I just might never play this game. But I really think the messaging here is convoluted to me. It baffles me because they say Hitman did well, but then they post record losses. So if Hitman did well, why are they taking the brunt of it then? You understand? So I don't know. That's just.
Yeah, what you think, man? Are you even a Hitman fan? Do you even like? Do you even care about the series?
Nah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We just. Yo, I don't even care about nothing right now.
I got some thoughts.
No, I'm
Shit
sorry.
don't even matter to me.
Assassin's Creed. I'm all about the hack and slash and the JRPG action shit, man. Hitman. I'm back in the PS2 days, man. I'm not trying to diss and nothing like that, but like a lot of my homies who like back in the hood, they was all into that. Like, oh man, you can choke this dude out, whatever, and you can strangle the dude. My bad, but you can strangle the dude and all of this and that. Like, it ain't Devil May Cry, so I don't know. I'm just not into them, yo. I'm sorry that they lost their jobs and they closed down the studio. Hopefully they make something better.
They're not closing it down. They're selling it, so it's up for grabs right now. And whoever buys it essentially will own the development studio. Now, as far as the IPs, I'm not sure if they will own those as well. I think
I don't think they own those.
Well,
yeah, I think those will still be under the umbrella of Square Enix.
I think I saw an article today that they have the IP.
They have the IP.
Maybe somebody will buy IO and make Hitman better to make me want to play it. Because right now I still don't want to play it, and I ain't wanting to play it since the PS2 days.
Oh man, if you ain't play Blood Money, bro. If you ain't play Blood Money,
Blood Money is that.
Hitman's really good. It's really good.
I don't want to be a hitman. I want to be a ninja.
Well,
a different kind of hitman.
Go ahead, Demi. Give me your thoughts, man.
Seeing this and being a big Hitman fan over the past generations or so, I hate to see like something like this happen. Now, I didn't know why they took it to an episodic like feel for it, because Hitman's never been an episodic game. Like Joey said, I never like murdered one guy. Be like, hey man, I'm about to murder this next dude come this next episode. Bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never been like that. But I did buy Hitman because big fan of the series and whatnot. I actually waited and let episodes stack before I started playing it. Now I went into it. This game is actually way better than I thought it would be, because it does go back to those older Hitman roots. But I feel like the reason they went episodic is just because I don't think they were like positive about how this game would like react. Because if you look at it, Absolution, that game was terrible. Great ideas, but that game was so terrible.
I love Absolution.
That game was awful.
I love that game.
That's what I mean. It was like the biggest departure from the Hitman series. But the sad thing about it is
it had some of the best gameplay mechanics in a Hitman series.
It appealed to the masses because it did everything. It had the Batman sense. It had all you could literally never pay a penalty for messing up the hit. It gave you a way to move from one screw up to another. Like
it actually did well critically too.
Yeah,
like, it was a really good story, and graphically that game looked really good.
Now I'm gonna say this as a Hitman fan. This newer Hitman actually feels like a combination of Silent Assassin and Blood Money.
Damn, I gotta see you say that, and it pulls at my heart, and it's like, why you not here, yo? Like that sounds amazing to me.
Yeah, but I think it's just the episodic stuff hurt them. Now, if I look at this, and remember, Square was talking about releasing Final Fantasy VII episodic. You think this is now going to stop them from doing that?
That's a good question. But see, I think
it's different though.
I was going to say with Final Fantasy VII is huge. Like I can understand why they would want to chop that up a little bit, because episode 1 would be like 30 hours.
Yeah, but I'm saying they if you never chopped up a game like that, you've never chopped up a Hitman game and made it episodic, and you never chopped up a Final Fantasy game and made it episodic. Why do that now to both of those games?
I think what they're gonna do with Final Fantasy is do what they did with 10 and 13.
13. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's like 10, 2, and like that. I think they're gonna do that with 7. They're gonna give you a full experience on one disc, and then continue it on another disc and continue it on the other disc, but it's all going to be Final Fantasy VII, as opposed to next week on Hitman. You know what I mean? I think that's going to be the differences in those models. I can be wrong. I'm human. You know what I mean?
But staying on the topic of Hitman, I hate to see like a big known IP like this like happen, because it takes me back to Mass Effect. But I hope that somebody picks up IO and we continue this going. Because IO has been around for a while. Hitman's been around for a while.
Yeah, Hitman's been a while, very long time.
You've had Hitman, you had Splinter Cell, you had Metal Gear Solid. Those were the 3 stealth games that everybody talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And without Hitman, you don't have Splinter Cell anymore, and Metal Gear Solid is kind of is dead.
Pretty much done, yeah.
Yeah.
With that bullshit zombie shit they trying to do, man.
Yeah, so if you ain't got Hitman, all you really got now is like Dishonored and Thief.
Mm-hmm. And
But nobody
those
likes
are,
Thief.
Yeah, I was about to say those are hell within itself. But Jaleesa, what you think about this?
I was so disappointed when I heard about Hitman and how they was gonna butcher it up. Everybody can't be like Telltale, man.
Facts.
And then the thing that they had with this Hitman was, well, you can play it over and over again and try to beat your friend's time, and you can always play the game differently. And I'm like, no, I don't know. No, like, stop it. I know what you're trying to do. Like, you're trying to make this bread. You're trying to make this money. I understand it. But why go away from what works? People love Hitman for certain reasons. And if you don't know by now what reasons they are, don't make it no more. If you don't know the reasons why your fans love the franchise.
That's why I bought it $60 day one and waited for those episodes, because I'm not gonna repeat the same episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that's nobody wants to do that. People usually most people that I know don't even do Telltale games like that.
Yeah, I wait for everything to come out before I really buy it. I
Yeah,
ain't buy
everybody does that.
Telltale games until like 2 years later.
Yeah, and some people don't do that. Like when Walking Dead first came out, cats just waited on the series, and after a while, when they figured out what they were doing, they were like, you know what, I'm just gonna wait and get that joint where you have the season, and they have them on sale, and they have all of them at one time, and you just get them like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did with the first Walking Dead. I waited till that joint was like $20, and then I bought all of the episodes, and then I beat them as I wanted to. Like
I'm a day one supporter of Telltale. I buy it
wrong
every
with
time.
that, though, Demi. Like it's certain, like Telltale can do that. Hitman, hell no.
Nah.
Like I don't even.
I mean, Square got away with it with Life is Strange.
They tried it.
And Life is Strange was good, but I didn't even buy Life is Strange until like a year later.
Don't Nod is
not
one of those companies that can.
The way they tell their story, it works for it. Yeah.
And it works for the story, and it works for the type of game it is. But once once the fans know what Hitman is, and we know what it's supposed to be, they tried it.
Yeah.
Like they tried it. Like, and then they want to ice it, thinking that it's just the IP. It ain't us. No, it's you. Like what you did to the IP. Like you chopped it up and tried to give it to us like DLC, and nobody wants to play Hitman like that.
People already got this negative stigma for DLC. Really
exactly. Like I'm a huge Hitman fan, but when they did this, I refused to buy Hitman. Mm-hmm. I didn't like what they did to it.
If I may, real quick, I kind of misspoke. I said that the company had a $42 million loss. That's not the case. They actually posted record fiscal earnings.
Mm-hmm. No, so that Square Enix as a whole, they were speaking of their financial losses.
Well, hold on, because I'm reading right here. Square Enix announced earlier this week that it's looking strong results. I just read it, yo. Okay. Well, it says that they posted a fiscal either IO or one of them. Okay, the publisher reported record high sales for its fiscal year 2017. Okay, so that's what they're saying as far as Square Enix, because they published this. Now, that if they did do that and they're still getting rid of it, I don't.
It don't make sense.
It doesn't. It doesn't make sense to me.
Now I know for certain like publishers and companies, if like a game doesn't meet like record sales, like say Capcom, they will like kind of shelve that for a while until they feel like they want to step to that project again. Well, but for some like this, I don't get it.
That, man, they critically didn't do well. They didn't like it being episodic, and then the fans was like, "Forget it, we're not buying it until they all come out at one time, and then we'll buy it."
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not finna be doing levels over and over again. I don't care about other people's scores.
No, that's all I waited. I was like, I ain't doing that.
I don't
That's
care
trash.
about that. Yeah, like
Yeah, because they would put out other challenges and refresh the map and all this other stuff to keep you keep you satiated in between releases. But like Crunker was saying, that doesn't do it for me. Once I get through you, like I want to move on to the next venue, the next scene, the next.
Because that's Hitman.
Yeah, you don't want to stop and wait. Yeah, that stop and wait stuff is real.
That's kind of a free to play type model thing right there.
Yeah, like no $60. That's
I hated that. And I hate that they're selling them, and I wish they wouldn't. I wish they would just fix what's wrong with it, and it would be better for them, because Hitman is one of those franchises that will sell and will do well if you put in the time and know that what your fans want and what your game is. But I think they got a little short-sighted, and they tried to one up us and tried to act like we stupid. Like gamers are not stupid. Like, especially the hardcore fans who know what this game is, or what, not even what it is, what it could be, what it could have been, and what the franchise used to be. Because like you said, Blood Money, and even though y'all didn't like Absolution, I loved Absolution. That was my joint. I loved that game. But Blood Money and all the rest of the Hitmans from the PS2, PS3 days were very good titles, and they just went away from. I think the Hitman is a good game, but just the way that they chopped everything up and just massacred it and tried to give it to you in little pieces, that just didn't work out.
They'll never have a Hitman as close to Blood Money again. Even though I get Blood Money vibes from the newest one, they'll never have that poker chip that was Blood Money.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think they know what they got. Because if they did, they wouldn't have did the franchise the way they did.
Look, they can announce a new Hitman right now and announce that we assassinated Kane Lynch, and I'll be a happy man. That's it.
Because that was the other thing they did, Kane and Lynch.
And I thought Kane and Lynch.
They got a few titles.
I thought Kane and Lynch could have been good if they would have actually put the time into it. It was a good concept.
Then they doing these Hitman Gold, Lara Croft Gold.
They're trying to make money, man.
I don't know what they doing.
It's the mobile and the mobile joint, and they're trying to make money. So I don't know, man.
We'll see. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens with IO Interactive. You know, hopefully, like I said, they get picked up by somebody, and they continue making good games. Because, you know, one thing you don't want to see is developers go away. But yeah, yo. So, guys, I'm pretty sure. Have you guys? Well, I'm sure you guys heard of the PS4 Pro and the Project Scorpio, right?
Pretty much.
I would hope so.
Nah, with that.
But yo, shout out to Adrian. What's good, bro?
What's going on?
But according to a study, most people have never heard of PS4 Pro or Project Scorpio. And let me just read a quick snippet. It says, for Microsoft, Project Scorpio and Sony's already released PS4 Pro, the numbers are neither all that stellar nor all that surprising. According to the study, just 14% of gamers over the age of 13 have ever heard of Project Scorpio, while just 27% have heard of the PS4 Pro. The figures are far less for the general population. When it comes to purchasing those devices, just 15% of gamers said they're interested in buying Sony's new console, while just 13% said Project Scorpio is on their prospective buyer list. Kev, let's get you, because you've been quiet for a little minute. What you think, man? Most folks ain't hear these consoles, man. Come on, they ain't watching TV. They ain't on social media. What up?
Nah, I mean, only the hardcore really care about PS4 Pro and Scorpio. Excuse me, stretching. But yeah, man, only the hardcore. You know, the folks that's in these groups fighting that good console war. You know, I'm just saying, like, the only people who've been really touting as far as like true 4K and all of that other stuff, like I said earlier, like the people who like really deep into the specs and the consoles and whatnot. My daughters, they don't care about PS4 Pro. They just care about PlayStation and Minecraft. You know what I'm saying? Most kids, if you ask them, they didn't know the difference between the PS4 and Xbox and Nintendo maybe and whatnot. But for the most part, in this generation, since a lot of people are playing on PlayStation and, you know, you got those cats who play on Xbox, that's all that they know. They don't know the difference between the two. You know what I'm saying? It's more focused towards the more serious and hardcore crowd like ourselves. So I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. You know.
Well, let me read this little section. It says, putting aside those arguments, Nelson says 64% of the U.S. population qualifies as a gamer at some capacity, having played a mobile, console, or PC game in the past year. Yet its research does prove that console gaming remains the most popular by the popular way to play games. The study shows that 47% of people it judged to be gamers preferred to play on consoles compared to 27% who chose to play on PC and 26% who chose to prefer mobile gaming. So, 64% of the U.S. population is playing games, but only 13 or 17% care about, the Scorpio and the PS4 Pro. That's damn. That's crazy.
Well,
Joey, what you think?
I think it's mainly due to 4K adoption. There's not a lot of 4K is becoming more and more readily available, like price wise and everything. I still don't think that there's this whole movement towards 4K yet, right? Where somebody who's playing video games feels the need to have it on a 4K TV versus. I remember when the 360 and the PS3 were out, it took a while for 1080p to become the norm of the TVs that were in the house, thus needing them to actually try to display in that manner. And so I feel the same thing with 4K, where I have 4K TVs in my house and I have a Pro and an S and everything, but I really feel like I'm in the minority. And I also think the casual, there's a certain degree, a lot goes to be said for like the casual gamer that they're not. If they don't have the 4K TV, why are they going to want a Pro, right? Or why are they going to want a 1S? Not only that, people are not used to buying or care to buy or care for repurchasing consoles over and over again. That hasn't caught wave yet. They're trying to make it catch wave now with the 1S and the Pro. But people are used to buying their consoles, throwing them wherever they throw them next to their TV, and them being there for a couple of years. And so maybe they're just not checking for the next iteration or even know what it is. Maybe Sony, because Sony more than Xbox, right? Because Xbox is closer. The 1S is closer to the original one than the Pro is to the vanilla 4, right? So I think Sony's been very careful with their marketing of the Pro as to not segregate it or split the community up or make it seem like it's two different things rather than from the vanilla. And when you have the vanilla here at $250 and soon to be $200, people always gonna go for the cheaper thing. If it plays the same games here and it plays the same games there, plus I only have a 1080p TV, and I get this system with all these games for $250 and there's this one for $399. I'm gonna go with the one that's $250 with all the games. You know what I mean? So I just think a lot of it has to do with the messaging. I don't think they're advertising it well, and the 4K. I don't think people are really checking for 4K like that just yet.
Yeah. Adrian, what you think, man?
Like they said at the reveal, it's really more for the hardcore audience. Like they're really gunning for the people who want the best of the best of the best. And to be honest, like Kev said, there's either these groups or really just the hardcore fanboys on each side is going to focus on it. When you look at the end of the day, like people wait for bundles, people wait for the cheaper one. I've talked to a couple of people who, they haven't played games in a while. They come over, they play mine, and then they go out and get a regular PS4.
Yeah.
TVs. So it was just one of those things where, I had people ask me all types of opinions. How you like the system? How you like this? How you like that? And then I come over, they're like, yo, I got my PS4, and I go over there, and it's just the regular slim one. But they're happy with it, So, like the marketing there for the Pro is not there because it really is geared towards a hardcore market. If you follow it, you're gonna know you're gonna want the absolute best of the best. And me personally, that's how I am with technology as a whole. Anyway, if something's new and I want it first, I'm gonna be first in line to get it, no matter what it is. Scorpio or PS4 Pro. Like I'm there, but like for my next door neighbor or for the kid down the street that just want to play Destiny with his friends, he don't care about having a 16-inch 4K TV in his bedroom. He just wants to play Destiny with his friends on the PS4. So the easy way to do it is just to get a PS4.
Yeah, it's about right. Demi. Oh, okay, cool.
You probably got the mic muted.
Yeah,
man.
my mic
Also,
muted.
I apologize if I echo because I'm still kind of unpacking in a new place.
Yeah.
Relax, my guy. I was muted.
It's all good, Adrian. Go ahead, Demi. My fault.
Like it was talked about earlier with the 4K, the dynamic and native and stuff. Many people, the reason you don't see like Pro and Scorpio going crazy, and many people don't know about it because it shows the hardcore people. If you really want that power, if you really want that 4K, if you really want all these textures and stuff and all of that, it's mainly towards those people who are geared, who really want that true defining experience. Most people just want to pick up, play, set it up, and be online and watch Hulu, Netflix, or whatever game is coming out.
So let me ask you guys a question then. Do you feel that with the Pro and the Scorpio, should they have even released should these have even been released?
I think, if I may real quick, I think it's an attempt to appease the industry, appease the fan base, because there is the narrative that both these systems were rather weak when they launched. And you can see it now because even the Tekken developer is only getting 900p for Tekken, a fighting game. Now, I don't know if it's them being lazy and I hate to say lazy devs because I don't think any dev goes to work to try to produce a game and it's just like, oh, we're going to cook. We all know that. I feel that, I should have said we all know. I feel that the devs all go towards the lowest common denominator when producing their game, right? But it's just that these systems were not what they should have been. And I think the ones we're getting now, like the Pro and the Scorpio, now, the manufacturing costs have gone down. They can go out and get their own silicon. They can do these things now. It's cheaper readily. So it's readily more cheaper. And so now you can make these machines and give the industry, because the industry is not dead. And I really think it goes back to them also thinking that the industry was dead. And so now they have to come out and they have to give you this. But the way they're doing it is, I really think that they're trying to set you up for some truncated mobile phone experience where every 2 to 3 years, here's your new console. Here's your new console. And if that starts to take hold, like at a certain point, you have to draw the line, right? Because I'm victim. I got 2 day ones, and then I got 2 reiterations day one, right? So like at a certain point, and then when the Scorpio comes out, my fiend ass is gonna be online like, here, take my money, because that's how I am. Like the man said, I'm addicted to shiny plastic, bro. I gotta have it. I gotta have an issue. I made a video and I'm addicted. I bought a Switch. I'm addicted to shiny plastic. Bro.
Yeah, I bought the Switch too.
Day one. I mean, I enjoy my Switch. You know what I mean?
And with the Scorpio too.
And I ended up getting the Switch day one anyway.
I did the same thing. The Switch is a gimmick. It's this, and I knew all this, and I say, here, take my money, sir.
Take that $350, $400. Take that for it real quick.
Bought a carrying case. I bought a
screen protector,
all that good shit. And so it's like, us, the enthusiasts, like the gentleman said, it's for us, bro. Yeah. But like, it's really not like I really think that they have to do this because now the devs, because you see PC is catching more. The devs are starting to look at PC more and more. And for the consoles to stop that, they have to give the devs something that, here, develop on this. This is friendly. You know what I'm saying? You can do, or your whole vision will be seen here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's what that goes a long way to.
Jaleesa, what you think? Because I know you still, obviously you're still on vanilla PS4.
I am.
So, with the PS4 Pro, I know you're not even entertaining that right now, but like, what's your thoughts on this?
No, I'm not. Like that's why people go, "Oh, you're such a fangirl." Yo, I don't even have a PlayStation Pro. I don't. I wasn't going to buy it yet because I feel like I didn't have to.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a situation. Like if I had the bread, I would maybe. It's a maybe. I would maybe buy it, but it's not like a need because as soon as I saw Horizon, I was like, you know what? I really don't need a Pro. Horizon looks good on the vanilla PS4. So I'm just like I'll say it like this. The people that I talk to outside of YouTube and these gaming groups don't care about none of they don't care. They will go buy a PlayStation Slim and call it a day. As long as it plays the same games, they don't care about all that extra stuff like say somebody like us who are electronics people or like most of the people that I know they don't even know what a HDR is. They don't even know what that is.
I feel bad for those people.
I'm about to say, if you got an iPhone 6, you don't know what HDR is.
No, yeah, I'm just being facetious.
A normal person in the hood don't know what HDR is and 4K is. They just know it's a flat screen TV.
HDR is gorgeous.
It is. It's not, and I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just saying for the cats in the hood, they don't know what that is.
I don't know. My hood dudes do.
I mean, maybe it's. I'm from the country, dog. I'm from South Carolina. I'm like straight in the country, and these cats down here don't know what that is, man. They know what 4K TVs are.
I was gonna be.
You know what? They know. Hey, man, I'm in the country.
Y'all got the floor. Y'all still got the big wood floor model TVs, don't you?
Actually,
wow.
My mom used to own one, but nah, we got all flat.
Yo, them big ass, talking about the big ass, like 70 inches with the speaker.
Yeah,
like,
200-pound joints.
Yo,
I had one of those when I was young.
The TV was 100 inches, but the screen was like 13.
Yo,
you know
what?
I
had one of those.
TV, dog, but like,
yeah, the whole family pictures up there.
Yeah, like I'll say this. Most of the people that I know who play games, they don't care about all this. Like they just want the graphics to look good and be fun. Like my homeboy, all he want to do is play Madden, 2K, and Grand Theft Auto, and that's it. Like he's good with that. He be asking me about stuff and having me explain it to him, and he was like, "Man, I don't care about that shit. What did it play like?" Like, know what I'm saying? Like that's he don't care about the technical stuff. So when I heard about this article, I'm like, you know what? It makes sense. Like, and also like last year, people were so surprised that the Slim was outselling the Pro, and I'm like, are y'all serious? Are y'all that stupid?
Yeah.
Like any Slim model is going to outdo the better model when it comes to resolution and all that stuff because it's cheaper.
Exactly. I think it's only the enthusiasts that needs to have that. It's only
like the moms and pops that they go into GameStops and Walmart. They not buying that. They finna.
Nah. They buy bare minimum.
Yeah, like they going.
Like, oh, it come with a free game. That's good.
Exactly.
You can play the same game.
Regular mom and pop, not like during Black Friday or during Christmas time and Thanksgiving. They're not buying that.
A lot of parents wait until the bundles come out to get it for their kids too. Like they wait till Black Friday to get that. You know, you get 3 free games with a PS4 Slim.
Yeah, like they go into the store and be like, "Yes, my son wants the Pro 4 PS." Like,
they don't be knowing. All they know, they was like, "My son said he wants Call of Duty," and they'll be like, "What system you want it for?" Well, I think he plays on 360 or Xbox One or one of them things. I don't know. Let me call him. I don't know. I just said he won't Call of Duty. That's it. I don't know which one it is. Like, they don't be like normal people don't know.
And then the dude behind the counter is like, so we got the Pro right here for 400, or you can get the Slim right here for like 250.
Get the Slim for 250.
They're gonna be like, does it play the same game? Yeah. Give me the $200 one.
Yeah. That's look. When I was young.
That's how
conversations was all too often in my house.
Think about this: you can get it for $250 and possibly 3 games for $400, or just get the console for $400. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna?
Right.
like a mom gonna look at that price
My
and
mom gonna take them cheap
She'll
deals.
be like, "Oh no, baby, what is you doing?"
and those are the regular casual like kids and fans today. They going for that cheap slim. That's why that cheap slim with the Uncharted, but like the Uncharted bundle.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's a
why it
steal.
did so good.
That's
Like
a steal.
they not finna spend no $350-$400 and then got to buy a game, to buy another controller, got to buy a PlayStation Plus. They not doing all of that.
I keep talking myself out of buying a slim for my bedroom. Like,
And it's like,
you
well,
know, the price is too good. You
Yes,
actually
look, if they come out,
games.
look, if they come out with the PS4 Pro Slim and they announce that at E3, look.
Then they tell me, oh, they ain't got no optimal ports, and like most people don't even know what that is.
Nope. They say, can I plug it into an outlet? Yeah. All right, we'll pick
Yeah,
that.
my cousin don't know what that is. They keep asking me about stuff like that.
Yeah, like that.
My cousin, he plays certain games and stuff like that. He's not like no big gamer, so he be asking me about stuff. You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, he don't be caring or he don't know.
Yeah, like my fiance. My fiance, when I got the PS4 Pro, was like, "So what's the difference?" And I broke it all down for her, and she was like, "Well, what's wrong with your PS4 now?" Like nothing. So she took it and put it in the bedroom. So that's now her PS4. So we got 2 PS4s in the house.
If it ain't nothing wrong with it, like most people don't like for me, for instance, like I feel like we got spoiled because the last generation went for too long.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because the last generation is the longest generation we've ever had. Usually it's 5 years and then that's it.
Yeah, 5-7 years. This one was 10.
But don't forget what happened last generation too. We had a really bad recession.
Yeah, we did have that.
So they didn't think nobody was gonna put out any kind of money for any of this video game, and that's why there was a decline too. Games.
Yo, PS3 almost killed Sony.
You know what I mean?
It had a little bit to do with that they sales too.
Yeah, with the pricing. That's what I'm saying. The pricing and stuff like that almost killed Sony.
They tried.
Well, the man told you to go get a second job, man. Like,
yeah, that was a bad move.
That was
You
big.
get a second job.
The last generation, I feel kind of hurt it because now we're desensitized to having a long generation to where we feel like, nah, man, I don't feel like buying nothing right now.
Yeah, I agree.
I didn't buy a PS4. I mean, not PS4, PS3 till 2000, like the end of 2009, 2010. That was when I was in college. So like late 2009, early 2010. And it came out in what, 06?
Yeah.
So that's how many years?
At that launch one.
You know what I'm saying? And most parents are like that. They're not buying it when it first come out. They waiting.
Yeah. I can't tell you how long. Like I've been buying my own consoles for way too long now, right? And I bought a launch PS3, and then within a year it was like, all right, time to get rid of you. And then I came back when when I saw Uncharted 2 is when I came back. I was like, oh, they doing shit like that over there? Let me go holler at them. Because at that juncture, 360 was just a Gears, Call of Duty, Forza, Halo, and Fable machine, right? So you know what I mean? I went back, and by that point, they started the PS3 was worth it. But when it launched at that price, to me, it really wasn't. It really wasn't.
Yeah, a cheap DVD player, dog.
Yeah, the only reason the funny part about the PS3 was it was the cheapest Blu-ray player, and like I said, I like shiny new shit. So I was like, "Yo, let me get this versus a Blu-ray player because I like video games and I want to see this new shit." So that was the best part about the PS3 for me. But the first couple years, it was. I mean, I had a couple games, but it was strictly a Blu-ray player. And then the 360, like my man said, it was Gears, Fable, Forza. It was Halo, and then Lost Odyssey. Like all the JRPGs was coming out back to back. The 360 was a gaming powerhouse.
Right about those JRPGs, I don't think any of them sold over 1 million. Maybe 1 or 2, the most. I think the highest got up was to 750, and they were considered successes. to the point, but as
Infinite Undiscovery, all of that.
That
I still got my copies of that.
That was a great game.
I still got my copies of that. Like right now, I can dig them out and be like, I still got this because I remember buying them day one and being like, yo, this is dope.
But then when you got Halo closing down Times Square and all the data shows on Xbox Live that everybody just wants to shoot people in the face, because that's all that was. That was the shoot you in the face machine. You came home from work or school, you got online with your people, and you just ran around shooting. And that was what propelled that. Xbox Live propelled into the future.
Yeah.
No. Sony has that now. Sony has that. They have the online. They have the games where everybody wants to play together, the better versions of them. So if you can get in at the barest minimum, $250, why would you want a pro? You know what I mean?
Right.
That's true. That's very true. But yo, moving it along, we're gonna go into the discussion. And Phil Spencer, yo man, I feel like we've been talking about him every podcast for like the past month. Uncle Phil, man. Yeah, look, man, Uncle Phil. Phil Spencer earlier this week. Uncle Phil earlier this week. He had a run-in with your usual extremist, Xbox extremist, or gaming extremist, whatever you want to call him. And they've had some words. So Phil Spencer, pretty much, let me set up the scene here. Phil Spencer, he big up the Little Nightmare, said it was a good game, very enjoyable. Check it out. Obviously, usual stuff, nothing harmless, you know, from anybody, like PlayStation, Xbox, whoever. You read this, you don't see any harm in what's being said. And some guy will, you know, he'll be remain nameless, but he said it seems like Team Xbox and Phil are really pumping this game, even though it's multiplat. Also strange that Metacritic is 6 points higher on Xbox One than PS4. So Phil Spencer, he said, you know, obviously he replied and he gave his thoughts on it, and he pretty much said, when specific game discussions turn from playing great games to which piece of plastic I own, I feel like we've lost the plot a bit. Now, I agree with Phil. I agree with Phil 100%. But let me get you guys' thoughts. Joey, go ahead. What you think, man?
I'm gonna say.
Well, let me ask the question. My question is, do you guys? Obviously, I'm pretty sure you guys do agree with Phil, and what do you think of gamers going out and like harassing these executives in this way? It's I think it's a bit rampant. Go ahead, Joey.
I like to consider myself a neutral, right? Not so much back in the day. Now I game on everything and so forth and so on. And so I agree with him 100%. If you look, I make a lot of videos about why fanboys feel the need to do certain things, right? Mm-hmm. I don't understand. I don't get the concept of what do you get out of shilling for a company? Now, I'm going to be very careful. I'm not being judgmental. I know the console here, y'all all Sony dudes, right? And I can respect that. But y'all all seem like pretty open-minded gamers. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So, like, I would not take y'all and compare y'all to, like, let's say the Legion, right? Y'all not, to me, y'all not the same thing. But I really have an issue with fanboys. I'm not gonna say hate because I don't give that much of myself to anybody. But I really do not like myopic fanboys, and I don't understand. You don't make money when this console sells. You don't get a profit of anything. You gain nothing from any of this, and so you attack this man. And I don't think these executives, they put themselves on Twitter. They know, you know what I'm saying. They know what they're doing. They know they're grown men, right? Some of them are some of the smartest men in the world. They've gone to business schools. They've got degrees that like some of us here don't have. You know what I mean? So they know what they're getting themselves into. I just think you make yourself look like an idiot when you say dumb stuff. And when you attack these people who are out there, you know, like it doesn't make any sense to me. So, you know, yeah, what system? It should be about the games. It should always be about the games at the end of the day. It shouldn't be what system is. I mean, yeah, I get it. It's a thing. It's been a thing since Sega and Nintendo. It's been a thing since Atari and ColecoVision, if you want to take it that far back. You know what I mean? So it happens. But when you lose sight of the major picture which is games, then there's an issue.
Yo, that's dope. I agree though. Like, when you lose sight of You good, guy?
Yo, yeah, nah. I just want to say to Joey, you have to have a level 10 trophy level to be in this podcast.
Is that what it is?
So next time you come back, I expect you to have your shit together.
Well, I'm at a 14 right now, right? So I'm cool.
I am a hardcore gamer, and I stand by my. Shit.
Yo, Kev, give us your thoughts, man.
I mean, it's nice and fine and dandy and all, but I don't know. I think sometimes Phil Spencer's bipolar, and I'm not knocking the man, but sometimes, like, between, like, the stuff that he says and the stuff that he pushes and promotes, sometimes it's kind of weary because, like, I've heard about him being in the very, party chats with these very same people who are, like, very toxic, you know what I'm saying, to give gamers a bad name in the community. So I don't know. Yeah, that's nice, fine, and dandy and whatnot, but, your actions, I'm for, like, you know what I'm saying, not, going, like, all retarded and crazy over a piece of plastic and stuff and, being that level of judgmental, I should say. But, I'm at the end of the day, like, whether it's Sony or Xbox, whatever, these guys, it's PR talk. So, yeah, that's nice, but I don't know. I'm gonna come back and give a more fleshed out answer.
Okay. Adrian, what's your thoughts on this, man?
Like, I'm kind of going down the road of what Kev said. Is he says one thing and then turns around and says another thing, and it's just like, would you make up your mind? Like, it's one or the other. It's one of those things where I agree with him on this point. Where, okay, you're talking about a game, and now it delves into a pissing contest. And me personally, because I've been in the industry before, I mean, these fanboys they're toxic. I mean, they have either, I don't know, I've come to the conclusion of they spent their money on this. They may not have enough money to get another system or whatever, but for some odd reason, I don't know what lies within their loyalty from it. But oh my God, like it goes to a point where they just personal story, and I think a couple of you guys were around for this. I got into a debate online with a couple of fanboys, and they actually found my parents' phone number and called them.
Oh man.
And I was like, my mother called me 700 miles away talking about, tell your friends to stop playing on my phone. I'm like, what? Who knows your phone number? And she was like, well, they told me, Xbox is the best, and hung up the phone. And I was like,
that's so
you gotta be kidding me. You've gotta be kidding me, bro. Like, seriously, because I have a preference.
That's so
No, it's funny because it's like you were bored that much, or you took so much offense to me saying one thing against your preferred brand that you took the time out of your day to look up my parents' phone number and call them, thinking I still live with them, number one, that I'm not a grown man and out by myself. Like, come on, B. That is sad. It was sad. So it comes down to, I don't know where this blind loyalty comes from. I mean, I do prefer PlayStation, but that's only because of my history with PlayStation. It's something I grew up with. I do enjoy Xbox from time to time, but from the looks of it, like, but I mean, no, seriously, like I had an OG Xbox. It was like the Dreamcast 2. I had a 360.
Yes,
my cousin had it. I met Francie there. But at the same time, when I look at it, at the end of the day, the PlayStation has always given me not even a better experience. Just look at where I am today. I've met a ton of people who I can now call family through the PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? So I gravitate more towards that than I do the one. But do I? If somebody says something against it, am I going to look up your phone number and be like, "Yo, fuck Xbox"? And to your parents, I'm not going to do all that. It's harmless.
Yeah, that's a little extreme. Demi, I know you are a preferred Xbox guy. Like, you prefer Xbox, you play Xbox hardcore.
I think I'm pushing towards a neutral path now.
Well, it's a lot easier to do that when you don't have games on one platform.
Yo, what you think about this, Demi? What's up with Phil?
Well, I'll push on that neutral platform now, and
cut it out.
I'm the most neutral guy you'll meet, man.
Yeah, I mean, even when he was repping Xbox heavy, like he wasn't ever on about that BS. That's one of the reasons, why we respect them.
Oh, of course.
You know that.
But for this situation, I think that's pretty dumb. Like the guy's talking games. If you're talking games, come to the conversation talking about games, not what console is on, what platform is pushing. It's a multi-plat. Let's give credit to that. We see the big heads like actually playing games and not talking just sales numbers, man. Because he could be like talking fiscal reports and numbers and pie charts and graphs and stuff like that, but nobody wants to see that. We want to see, are these guys that make us buy our platforms human? Do they play games just as us? I see Phil talking about games, stuff like Inside and Tumbleweed Park, even though I don't see what he sees in that game, but I see him talking about games. I see Major Nelson playing a lot of Overwatch. I see Yoshida playing a lot of games too. Didn't he get the platinum in Bloodborne?
Yeah, he has platinum in Bloodborne. Respect to that man for that.
You gotta respect these heads that can actually kick back, relax, play some games, and talk about games. That's what I want to see. This is what I bought. Like, this isn't what I buy my consoles for, but I want to see like behind the scenes. What are these guys like? Do we have the same interests? And for somebody to run on the post and be like, "Hey man, why are you not talking about these exclusives? Why are you talking about games that's on the other consoles?" Relax. At the end of the day, you're not getting a check from this. You're not going hard. It was just like that one dude in the council cast yesterday who was in the comment section going hard, talking about Xbox is the devil. And since it was contracepted, that Xbox has been ruining everything. Like, bro, relax. You don't get a check from this, bro.
Devil.
Oh, yo, Joe, you
Xbox
missed it yesterday, bro. Oh man,
I was in there for a while too. Like,
that chat was crazy. That chat was OD crazy.
My dude said Xbox is the devil that the Bible talked about, and I was just like, bro, what?
What? Hey, he bring the Bible.
What are you talking about, fam? Like, what?
The Lord said you got to rise up.
Strike down the heathen.
Yeah, my man's was
that was an extremist right there.
Yoshida will smite thee and split thee from
Crunk, what you think? What's up?
Oh yeah, and don't get me wrong. Like I said, when I worked in the industry, I've met those also on the PlayStation side where it's just like,
I want to get into that.
Oh no, they're awesome.
It's just like you need to chill all the way out. Like, what is wrong with you? It's not that serious.
It's real quick. It always seems like there's one side is arrogant and the other side is just idiotic, and both need to stop. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there is some arrogance on the PlayStation side.
Well, see, this is the thing, though. You know, real quick before you go to this, these guys, like fanboying. Like, don't get me wrong. We all have a favorite, or we all fanboy over something. You know, we all have our favorite sports teams.
Yeah,
we all have our favorite. We all have our favorite games, our favorite genres, our favorite consoles, and things like that. It's okay to fanboy over something. I love this over this. That's okay, because we all do it. We all do it. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. You have a favorite something over something else, which is fine.
Yeah, but favorite and fanboy are two different things, though.
What are they though?
You kind of have to look at it, because fan stems from the word fanatic, right? And fanatic doesn't really sound good when you think about it. But if I'm a fan of something, if I'm a rational fan, I can look like I'm a fan of the Knicks and the Mets, right? And I don't every year go, we taking it this year. I suffer with my teams. If I was a fanboy, I'd be like, Melo is the best in the way. He's gonna score 60 every week, taking every ship. I'm not irrational. With the fanboys here, there's a zealot mindset. And I'm not, again, like, you can differentiate you from, like, let's say the Dobby Potters and the Legions, or you can differentiate people like myself who at one point years ago, I preferred the Xbox. And if you still had to ask me what my console of choice was, it would be the Xbox, right? I have my Xbox Live for going on 13, 14 years. I have almost a 90,000 gamer score, which is small for that amount of time. But I stopped once there was no games to play. I'm not there anymore. But there's a difference between a zealot and a fan. A fan like yourself, I can sit down and have a rational conversation with. You're not going to continuously move the goalpost on me. You're not going to get upset and try to beat me over the head with a controller if I prove you wrong in something. These zealots want to go out there and strap these consoles to their chest as armor and go to war. Like, this is a completely different thing.
Well, it even goes further than that. And I know Kev, I think everybody in here can know what I'm about to say. You know, it goes even the fanboying, you know, or debating and stuff like that. It goes beyond talking games. You know, it goes beyond the motive, or it goes beyond what the ideal was. The ideal is, you know, if I'm a fanboy of gaming, so, or I'm a fanboy of this console, so I'm gonna debate this guy that's a fanboy of this. It's beyond that now. Now it's, you know, harassing execs. Now it's bringing personal families photos and stuff like that into the mix, and it's like, it's beyond that. Like, it's beyond what even the general fanboy is. Like, it's not even a fanboy at this point. It's obsession.
It's their lives.
It's obsession. It's like it's part of what you're trying to be. Like me, when I get off the game, when I get off the computer, when I get off social media, I'm not in my real life talking to real people like, yeah, yo, PlayStation Nation. No, I'm not doing none of that. I'm not in my mind thinking about, oh, who I'm a meme next, or, you know, oh man, I need to hit up Phil Spencer because, you know, he's over here talking about single player games. Fuck you, Phil Spencer. Don't talk. I'm not doing anything like that because I don't care. You know, it's not that serious to the point where it takes over my regular life, because my regular life is still my regular life outside of gaming. A lot of people can't separate the two, and that's where the issue lies.
Yeah.
You know what? I think it's more so not even that. You know what? I'm gonna kind of go there. So if this gets out, I'm sorry. But I think it's more of a jealousy thing. Like, on top of that, because if you look at it, like Persona was saying, it goes deeper than that. You got Photoshop of families. We got people, to be honest, like I said, I'm putting it out there. We got people who are still jealous of all of us meeting up 3 years ago, and they can't let it go. It was something we did as a group of people, and people got upset about it, and we centered it around what we like, which happens to be a PlayStation. We all met up, we all had fun, we all spent our own hard-earned money. I flew a couple people out. We all did what we did to have fun, and the other people on the outside was like, either they were jealous that we did that, or harbor some ill feelings because, like I said, they can't get over the fact that we did that, and we now continue to do this every year.
Mm-hmm.
Every year we meet up and we go out and we have fun, and it's all sitting around PlayStation. And because they aren't involved in some way, shape, or form, they feel like they need to get involved in some way, shape, or form. And the more we ignore it, the more they want to beat down our door to be like, ha, look at what we're doing to you. And all of us are like, and then that makes them act, it makes them act out even more. So it's just a really, the mentality behind it is toxic.
And they try to hide. The thing is, and the issue is,
they try to hide.
Oh, you know, you just mad because I like Xbox, or you Xbox. No.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
It's levels to this shit, though. Honestly, I mean, you got those like, no, for real.
What?
It's levels to it because you got those crazy folks, and then you got folks that just like obsessed. They take it to when which like common sense is considered to be disrespectful to them. So they feel like it's being, you know what I'm saying, something that's violating them or something. Like it's to that level now with these folks when it comes to gaming. It's really crazy, man.
Well, that's what leads me to think that a lot of these guys, you know, and this isn't a shot towards anybody, but a lot of these guys, one, aren't real gamers, and two, this is their life. Like,
it's a mental crutch.
This is a part of that. Like, I say it like this: anybody, and this, I don't care who you are, how much bread you got, or whatever the case may be. Anybody that can get up in the morning, go on internet, harass executives, steal men's pictures and meme them, and gay photos and all this other stuff, and do these level of suspect and idiotic things, all in the name of a piece of plastic. Yo, son, you got issues that are beyond just gaming. These issues are these are issues that you need a therapist for, because it's never like, I don't care how much I love PlayStation, it is never ever that serious, ever.
There's
Never
something
that
missing
serious.
inside you.
Yeah, there's something missing, and I'm not trying to. I don't want to say personal. I don't know what people go through in their personal lives, and yes, we all do walk through different. We all come from different walks of life. And a lot of it is actually bullshit. A lot of it is that age barrier. You got a lot of dudes. A lot of us in here are like well, Demi a baby, but a lot of us in here are like 30, 28, 26. 35. Like, a lot of us are adults that have a sense of responsibility and things like that. So when you look at stuff like this, it's like, why would you even do this as an adult, like as a man, as a like, you got dudes harassing females and anybody. Like, these things are unheard of in a male adult, or any type of adult for that matter.
Like, bro, I hope you wake up in the morning and brush your teeth and get a breakfast in before you do this.
At least brush your teeth, man. Don't be talking through the mic.
Toothpaste, them people. Have you seen some of them? I've seen one dude, the boy who pissed on the PlayStation.
Oh my God!
How is you
homie
white
like a
and
serial
ashy
killer.
at the
I'm
same
sorry, I'm
time?
not trying to judge.
No,
I am judging.
How is you? I'm not trying to be racist, but how is you white and ashy at the same time? Like that.
Oh yeah.
Like, he was dusty.
You know what? Like, as someone who is getting married to a white person, they get ashy.
Yeah, they do though. Y'all stupid. Jaleesa, what's your thoughts though?
And all I want to say is what Phil Spencer said was right, but he be conjugating with that stuff too, man. He be with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, it's some stuff he be on point with. I be like, Phil, I'll be like, yes, Phil, like, you saying the truth. And then he contradicts himself sometimes when he goes against fanboys.
Yep.
And then and then in the next week he agreeing with him, or he's conjugating with the wrong type of Xbox crowd. And
he'll big up a little nightmares, but then be like, oh, single players ain't got no impact. Like, what?
It makes absolutely no sense. Like, and I keep telling people, like, if it wasn't for Phil, I don't think Xbox would be doing as good as they are. And people were like, well, they ain't doing good. I'm like, well, yes, they are. They're doing just as good as the 360 did. And I think that's not a bad feat. It's just that PlayStation is just doing extremely well. And PlayStation is just crushing it abnormally. You know what I'm saying? It's abnormal what they're doing, like, with how they're selling right now. But I think both are doing fine. It's just that PlayStation is doing 10 times better right now just because. But I don't like that you put your foot in and then take your foot out when it better, like when you want to do it. And the people like us who pay attention is looking at this dude like, come on, bro. Now, just 2 weeks ago you said this, and then all of a sudden now you
flip flopping.
Yeah, like I don't get. That's one thing I don't like. Like Aaron Greenberg, that's a cat. I always know where he lies. You know what I'm saying? I know what to expect from Aaron Greenberg when it comes to Twitter. He gonna tout that green flag till the death of him. Phil be tiptoeing. He'll put 1 foot in, 1 foot out, 1 foot in, one. I can't stand that.
Yeah, I need Phil to know what he wants to do.
Yeah, he got the
problem. I think the big problem with Phil is that he doesn't know himself. Also, like, he'll straddle the line of, I'm neutral. Y'all need look. The Xbox ain't so bad. Look, and then he'll be like, look, all right, fan base. All right, well, these dudes do support Xbox, so let me just fuck with them.
I don't know. I've never seen. I think his message on fanboys has been pretty straight. What he puts out there, I've never seen him defend any. Like I'm saying from what I've seen. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so to me, like when y'all saying he flip flops or does this or does that, I'm not privy to that. I've never seen that. I would like if I could have some clarification on that. That would be wonderful.
I mean, I've heard from hardcore Xbox guys who've been in party chats with them. You know what I'm saying? I've seen the hardcore people post screenshots of them being in the chat with Phil Spencer and whatnot. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's
all I
from
need
me,
is 20
you
to
know?
30 minutes, man. That's all I need.
Yeah, and I mean, like even like you got cats like Uppercase J. You know what I'm saying? He's a pretty neutral, level-headed Xbox guy. He tweets to them and whatnot, and it's like he gets ignored, but yet instead you got the folks who say Japanese games are Jap crap,
Yeah.
and you know
So
what I'm
you're saying
saying?
he
They get all
congregates
the
with like
acknowledgement.
the BGST dudes and shit like that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that. I know like he speaks to Rand. Like according to
Yeah,
Rand.
Rand is cool. I respect. I never
Rand.
spoke with him, but he's a cool cat. You know what I'm saying? But in the same vein, I mean, I guess you got to accept them for what they are because Rand he talks with the BGST dudes too. But at the same time, it's like I don't know on a corporate level, I don't see how anything good can come from that. That's just like Shuhei. I'm sorry, I'm finna throw a shot out there, sitting and chopping it up and asking J-Tech for advice.
I was just about to, you could have let me do it for you, yo. I would have been fine.
You're kidding.
I was going to say the same thing, yo.
I'm just saying. I mean, because even me myself, like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I didn't realize it. Like, I heard from the PS3 days. Well, I'm saying that for another conversation, probably off the chat or whatever. But anyway, yeah, it's just like you congregating with the most toxic of the toxic of that side of the consoles, and then you coming out and saying, well, we need to be better gamers and we need to respect this and that, and you're not respecting this and that. The people the people you congregate with are not respecting that.
Yeah, that is the truth though, and a lot of them Xbox guys, they be in them chats with him now, and the way he be talking, the way he put off, I don't know, the 1 foot in, 1 foot out shit is just, I don't know, I don't like that.
Yeah, that's why I'm like kind of privy and kind of, and I mean, yeah, it's definitely a good thing. You should never be like on a diehard status with that level, but at the same time, your hands ain't clean either. I mean, nobody's hands are to some degree, but it's not to that extreme. And those that you associate with are of that extreme level. You know what I'm saying? If you're not buying PlayStation, or if you buying PlayStation and you're not getting the Xbox, you un-American, shit like that, and you congregate with these same people. You know what I'm saying?
And they were saying crazy stuff like that. Yo, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, like buy American, but it's made in China. Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, if you're not buying an Xbox, you're not being an American patriot. Shit like that. Like, really?
You buying stuff that's made in Brazil and China. Come on.
Right.
That's the case. Right. I don't, if you're going to drop it down to that level, then shit, maybe I don't want to be American or something. You know what I mean? Because I got the choice, right? You know what I'm saying? You can't just be on that level.
Yeah. But yeah, yo, I don't know, man. Fanboys is like they evolving into something worse, but
they out there.
Yeah, they out there, man.
They need to start charging.
And it's both sides, by the way. It's both sides. I'm gonna make a video on it later.
It's all sides. It's all sides. It's not just one side. It's
definitely both. It's definitely both sides. Like
it's every side. You got the PC dudes, you got the it's everybody. Like so I mean, we'll see. But yeah, yo, we're gonna go ahead and head into these outros. Starting with my man Joey. Big shout out to you, bro. Give us your outro, man.
Man, much appreciated. Like I said, I appreciate this time with all of y'all. Thank y'all for the invite again. And YouTube, Joey Luciano. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.
Facts. Adrian, go ahead, man. Give us your outro, bro.
Hey, no big outro. I'm trying to get back in the gaming world because my professional life I'm trying to save the world. That's all I can say about that. So Facts. I'll be hopping in and out of podcasts when I can. Facts. And falling asleep on the mic trying to play with y'all.
Facts. That's what's up. Demi, go ahead, man. Give us your outro. Shout out them beautiful reviews you're doing.
What's up, guys? Demi got reviews here. I gotta stop being a folder, seriously. But I'm glad to be here. Glad to be part of the show. I'm dropping reviews, man. I'm working. Finally getting these reviews pumped out. I had to make it an even amount because I was doing more Let's Plays than I was reviews. So we back. Just dropped Mass Effect Andromeda, one of the biggest yet most hated games of 2017. And I just dropped a review on an indie called Punch Club, a turn-based boxing life simulator. Go check those out. You know, you might have a fun time watching it. I had a fun time making that drama review. I put a lot of heart into that one. It was a lot of time consuming into that one. So I want you guys to go check it out. Go check out the Let's Plays, man. I'm getting scared for you guys. I want you guys to enjoy that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, definitely check out Demi, man. He does a lot of good review content, a lot of good content on his channel. He's real active, and he is neutral gamer that owns all consoles. So big shout out to him.
He is. You know what? And I'm gonna put this out with Demi because for PSX, I flew him out and he was reluctant, and then I made him come out and he was like, "Well, how am I gonna do that?" And I bought his plane ticket, and apparently he cried when I bought his plane ticket. So that shows you how genuine of a a good dude this dude is. So please support him at all costs.
Yeah, for real. Sure. Yo, shout out to Demi, man.
Please.
That's the bro. Big shout out to him.
Please, and also respect women. Respect women.
Yo,
There's one thing I ask you. Respect women.
That wholesome club. That wholesome club, man.
Wholesome
That
club.
wholesome.
Respect women. Respect women.
Respect women, but you out there in them unwholesome streets, bro. Unwholesome streets.
Yo, he out
Just
there,
a wholesome man in an unwholesome world, huh, Demi?
That's right. That's right.
Facts. Yo, Debbie, I got you, bro. I got you, bro. Yo,
Thank you,
Debbie
bro.
out here wholesome. But Jaleesa, go ahead, man. Give us your outro. Shout out your channel. Shout out that Destiny. We gonna be playing them all. Shout it all out.
You already know what's happening, people. Had a really good time today, man. We talked for a nice little bit. We had some good conversations, man. A lot of good discussions. A lot of stuff going on. It's what, May 13th? Y'all already know them leaks gonna start dropping in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We have a whole lot of stuff to talk about.
You better be Matrix dodging news.
Yeah, man. I'm
the leaks
just
gonna start
excited.
dropping in a little while, so it's around that time, man. So we're gonna start revving up the leaks, man. We're about to start having a lot of stuff to be excited about. It's a good time to be a gamer right now. So I'm hopefully everybody's enjoying the 2017 games wise. I know I am, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day, about these games. Shouts out to everybody in here. Shouts out to the people that was in the chat. Had it pretty lively. Shouts out to Timbo, man. Timbo wild.
Timbo real.
Upchuck Gaming, man. Chuck is a real cool Xbox guy as well. Includes Demi too.
Trash can juice.
Shout out to him for coming through.
Yeah, shouts out to him.
Y'all can catch me on Twitter at Crunker711. I'm also on YouTube. I'm probably gonna be streaming some For Honor later on. Of course, Sunday we're gonna be after it's Mother's Day. So after I spend time with my mom and all that good stuff, probably gonna hop on some Destiny with Persona, and that's probably what I'll be doing Sunday. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I forgot it was Mother's Day. I'm not even kidding.
I had a great time, man, and yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. My co-host, the big bro, Mr. Official. Go ahead, introduce you. I mean, give us your outro and
oh man, you are twisted.
Yeah, go ahead, give us your outro, brother.
Man, that New York water got you tweaking.
Still the best for people.
Yo, bro, you just got first off, they just got their quarterback in Cali and you talking shit. Relax, bro.
Hey,
relax.
They brung it because I was on my way here. You
still got to take 10-minute showers, bro.
Oh, damn.
This guy here, no, I don't. Nope. Anyway. Yo, big shout out to the homie Joey Luciano, man.
Much appreciated.
Your commentary is definitely a breath of fresh air. Yo, y'all gotta, I know we small guys, but still support, the up and coming cats, support Demigod Reviews, support Joey Luciano, and Adrian, just keep throwing money at the sun, like you used to do.
I'm not going to be throwing money at the sun.
I need like 50 grand. I need like 50 grand.
Look at all y'all.
Go, prepare us a spacesuit for the next coming years or something.
I'm working on that.
Let me get that spacesuit and head boss. Can I bring my PS4?
Especially if North Korea talking about nuking San Fran. Oh shit! I'm getting off topic. Yo, shouts out
their own people. Anyway,
yeah.
Shouts out to everybody in the comment section: Timbo, Mrs. Official, Eddie, Upchuck, the Twash King, and anybody that may listen to us later. So hopefully y'all listen to our perspectives and learn a little bit more about us outside of the rumor of folks just being crazy PlayStation folks with no common sense. So, with that being said, much appreciated. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Play these games, and make sure your trophy level is above 10. Right, right. If you wanna, be somebody in life, if you want to succeed in life, make sure your trophy level is above 10.
Yeah,
At least 10.
this guy. Yo, man, guys in the stream again. I do appreciate Joey. I do definitely appreciate you for coming through and taking the time out to give us your thoughts on this Saturday or afternoon now. Big shout out to you, man. That is really appreciated for myself and Mr. Official. To the other council members, you already know it's nothing but love. Appreciate all y'all. Everybody in the chat. I do appreciate everybody that supports myself and supports everybody on this panel. One thing I will say, I don't really follow a whole lot of big YouTubers because I feel their opinions are bought per se. I think you get a more raw and uncut opinion from some of the smaller guys, just because they're not speaking for money. They're speaking for themselves, so support the little guys, support the YouTubers that's trying to up and come and trying to get their voice out there, man, because their voice matters as well. Again, shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys come through to my channel, GWP Archive, tonight, because tonight is the start of the Chaos Code tournament. The stream will start at 6:45. Matches will start at 7. It's gonna be really dope. We got a lot of good heavy hitters out there that joined the tournament, and there obviously will be prizes for the winners and things like that. But it's definitely gonna be dope. So definitely come through and show some support for that. It'll be myself, Chuck, and Mr. Official doing commentary for that. And that's pretty much it. Support the online arcade. Support Joey Luciano. His channel link is in the description. So definitely go subscribe to him and listen to his videos and his thoughts, man. Because it's a very well spoken cat, man. He speaks a lot of good knowledge when it comes to gaming.
Make me cry in the car, yo.
This guy. Man, follow me on Twitter, Persona_YT, and follow everybody here. I'll have their channels in the description as well. And like I always say, I'm just a gamer trying to share my experiences with the world. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll holler at you later. Peace.
Pray for